I mean, it could be because I usually forget like major events. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Especially when I was younger.
My dad was happy when I called, so I was like, I'm glad to make your day. So,
My dad offered to pay for my glasses, my prescription glasses.
Oh, that's nice.
It is nice because I was just talking to him about it, and he was like, "I'm gonna work some overtime so I can help you with that." I was like, "Oh, that's not why I was telling you, but
okay,
thank you."
You want to do that anyway? Thanks.
That's dope.
I got a dog last week, so that was a highlight of my week.
What kind of dog?
She's a pit bull mix. I don't know what she's mixed with. I got it from a shelter, so like they didn't even really have much on her backstory. She's as big as she's gonna be. She's a year old. She's about 25 pounds, 35 pounds.
So
she's kind of big already.
Yeah.
What's up, chat?
Oh, we live. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not in the chat yet. That's why I haven't posted that.
Okay. Yeah, man. Well, where's Drew at?
I don't know.
He said he's setting up his mic.
Okay.
Do y'all not pay attention to the DMs? Like, for real. All of y'all be acting extra about that shit.
No, I see it.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear
you.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna have to do something around like 5 o'clock. So, Ravish, you're gonna have to take over.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you.
I'm only gonna be gone for a few minutes though, but yeah.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, what up though?
Chilling. Everybody having a good Father's Day.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, I don't fuck with my father.
Cloud, are you in here? I mean, I see you, but I haven't heard you.
Yeah, I'm here. What's good?
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Yeah, all the fathers out there.
Here.
I was going to tweet you kids around. So does Drew. I'll tell him.
What happened?
I said Happy Father's Day, Hard 8. I know you got a few kids around. I heard you pull out games kind of weak, but
Nah, man. I don't want them little bastards.
Hard said he's not claiming any of them.
Y'all motherfuckers don't be happy, dog. Y'all don't really be happy.
We happy, man. We happy.
Why not be happy? What are you talking about?
I'm happy, but I mean, you gotta find different ways to game. I'm not gonna lie. They take a lot of my money, all of that shit, man.
I like the way it is, just like it is now. I'm good.
I'm telling you right now, if I had no kids, me and the wife would be traveling every week outside of the country, bro.
I'll just have pets. Fuck kids.
Well, that sounds like a down. That sounds like a endorsement to not get kids.
No, don't have too many kids because
what, you got too many?
I got too many.
Yeah,
you know how much it is. You know how much it is to fly with that many kids?
Oh,
I don't got that type of money.
I don't want to know how much it is.
Hey, yo, shout out to Ken J, the natural. He said, "Good evening, fellas," and Candy.
Wait, what?
Candy goes body. She don't play those games, man. I mean, Candace. I'm sorry.
Everybody gets one, just so you know. But if you do it again, I will block you. So don't get in your feelings.
Yo, she really blocking over Candy though. That's crazy.
Oh, there go Drew.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Drew, happy Father's Day. Oh, he's not here yet.
Oh, damn, he got in and dropped out.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. Well, anyway, we here, man. Episode 49. We almost at 50, man. You know what I mean? We done had 2 casualties on the way to 50 though already. God damn. Jesus. You know what I mean? We done caught 2 bodies already, man. We fucking gangster over here. We catching bodies. Anyway, you know what I mean? We damn near to episode 50, but today is episode 49. AGS Podcast. Welcome. Today is Father's Day. Ravish said he don't fuck with his father.
Hell nah.
I don't fuck with mine either. Actually, I just blocked my father on Facebook.
Damn.
He tried to check me and shit.
Oh, shit.
I had to block him, man. I mean,
I deleted Facebook because of that. My dad was getting too extra.
Yeah, he tried to tell me why I ain't say Happy Father's Day for what? He didn't even say Happy Birthday the other day.
Shit.
Yeah, he tried to check me.
That's a two-way street. That's a two-way street.
He never wrote me either when I was in prison.
Damn.
I had to get him together real quick before I blocked him. Like, what are you talking about, sir? Fuck with you like that, nigga. Fuck on, you had me out here stealing from Blockbuster. Fuck is going on?
Yo.
I can't right now. That birthday stream had
That
me crying
birthday
about
stream
that.
I'll be fucking crying, dog. Jesus.
Hey, shout out to Kenji the neutral. He said, "I love you though, Candace." Hey, I think Lucas said she don't rock with her pops either. She popped in real quick, but
She's gonna be here?
Yeah. What he said just reminded me though. What Hard8 said. My father, I didn't write him when he was in prison, but it's funny. He used to write my mom and like harass her. He used to write her shit like, "Bitch, I can't wait to kill you."
Damn.
Yeah, man, he was a crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm 18 years old. I'm a youngin', man. I went to prison early. I ain't get not one letter the whole 7 years.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Not one.
That's a
Damn.
So I'm talking about from my dad and shit.
Oh,
right.
Talking about you.
Yeah, from my dad and shit. I mean, shit, towards the end, it got real scarce. I mean, after a while, everybody pretty much fall off except your mother. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah.
That's about it.
Not everybody's dad.
Even your chick?
I didn't have no chick at that time. Well, I had some bitches, but I ain't had nothing solid.
Yeah.
Drew, he said everybody falls off except your mother, and you said you need your chick. I'm a little concerned.
Nah, I'm wait. I'm
You know he
late.
wear a helmet.
My bad. I'm late. I'm in a rush. I'm drinking this
this
smoothie right now.
drool on itself. Come on.
Drinking a what?
He got a lampshade around this nigga neck so he can stop biting himself. Come on.
I mean,
Hey, Drew, what'd you say you drinking?
I'll let bygones be bygones.
I'm drinking
with my father.
a protein smoothie, man.
Yeah, I'll let bygones be bygones with my father. I don't fuck with him like that.
Damn.
Me either.
I mean,
Damn,
most people don't know I wasn't born here in the U.S., so I was born in Jamaica.
Right.
And that nigga like beat the shit out of my mom and then left and got married.
Fuck all that.
Yeah, mine's too.
Yeah. He as a matter of fact, I got a sister that's I'm 6 months older than her.
Damn, it's supposed to be Happy Father's Day, and we here with horror stories.
Damn.
Hey, but you know what though? But it is a good story though.
Hold on. Luca is talking. I do not.
Oh, what's good, Luca?
What's up?
What up, Luca?
I don't know where my
I can't finish.
I don't know where my icon is or anything. Sorry, Dark Cloud. I'll let you
start
finish.
cursing people out, please. When she
Oh
talks,
no. Oh, my
She gonna tell you to shut the fuck up.
Go ahead, Dark Cloud. He was sharing a moment.
Yeah, so like he wasn't even there. Like, and then this nigga had the nerve to give me his first, middle, and last name. Like, the fuck? Yeah. And then my wife found him, and he acted like he wanted to be a part of our lives. And then when it came down to like meeting us, nigga flaked again. I mean, I don't hold nothing against him. I mean, you do what you got to do, but it is a good happy story because of that, I'm a great father to my kids.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you sure we not brothers?
What?
You sure we not brothers? We got the same story.
Man, that shit crazy.
Well, I chilled with my dad today. Shit.
Right.
I gotta say something like, I mean, damn.
There you go.
We raced a little bit. You know.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Psycho, if your dad did do something wrong, you probably would forgive him. You seem soft like that.
No. I done cussed him out a couple times.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey, I like you trying me like that. I see you kind of stuff. I'm trying to slide that shit in.
It's all good. Hey, shout out to Mr. Heisenberg. He said, I understand your father sucks, but please respect the people with good fathers and let them enjoy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's, I mean, more power. You know, I mean, you got your dad a tie, a fucking screwdriver. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Hey, enjoy your day. You dig? Enjoy your day.
Damn.
But
I think though.
That's great.
I think with Psycho, I've been in that situation. It's weird though, like cursing out the man that gave you life. It's like, damn. He gets like an eternal pass though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
but at the same time though, like I got fucking infuriated with him. Man, he went to jail over some stupid shit. He was telling me, he was talking to me, whatever. Like, man, your dad fucking. I'm like, what the fuck wrong with you? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's the first time I ever was like, damn, why the fuck you do that? You know, that's the first time I ever cursed at him, like, or cursed.
Yo, somebody in the chat said you white. It don't count.
Who white?
What do you mean?
Who's white?
Who?
Talking about Cycle. He said Cycle white, so it don't count. You cussing out your dad.
Cycle white.
I'm not white.
White dude here. White dude here, Melon.
No, fuck out of here.
Yeah, Melon.
Nah, nigga. Definitely not white.
Hey, let's get into these intros, man. We got Luca.
Hi, what's up? Thanks so much for having me. Sorry I was late. I was living my best life.
You want some pom-poms?
Oh shit!
I thought it was just me. That was a lot of sugar.
She said she was living her best life. That's what's up, man.
Pom-poms for what? Because I'm energetic.
Uh-oh.
You know I'm messing with you, Luca. Chill.
Hey, Dark Cloud, you done already chased one woman off.
God damn.
I just
Dark Cloud,
you chased, that's all.
You chased one woman off already, Dark Cloud. Okay? Leave Luca alone.
She chased herself off.
I know we got like a couple, we got 2 women on here today, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, my birthday was Friday. I'm trying to have a threesome. Anybody trying to get flowed?
Man,
Is anybody trying to get flowed out?
How did I know I was walking into a trap? That's why
That live stream was hilarious.
Hold on, ain't nobody trying to get flowed out? All right, man, fuck it. Anyway,
Yo, Heartache, man, that
What's up?
live stream was fucking hilarious. I was dying.
dying, bro.
Bro, the biggest,
That's really good.
yo, the shit that made me laugh the most. Hold up. The shit that made me laugh the most when he was talking about he took that what was it, that PlayStation and the Genesis or whatever from that kid.
No.
And he was just like, oh well.
You would, hey dog, if I would have beat your ass. Dog. That really fucked me up, dog. That really fucked me up.
Back for real. God.
Yeah, you a real dirtbag for that, man.
Yeah,
Like,
Yo, Heartache, when you said that when you
man.
said that white dude was running white with you, I was dying. Yo, I was like,
Hey, I was a piece
can
of shit,
picture that
man.
shit. Yo.
man, that was real fucked up, man. The crackhead mom was like, telling him I didn't sell it. Man.
Oh well. Facts. hey, listen, he wasn't treating it right anyway. The shit was in the corner of the fucking house.
I'm sorry, but when you were talking about when you were little and your brother sold that Genesis, I was dead.
Oh my God.
Heartache, how you got locked up within 24 hours of being locked? Yo,
Facts, dog. Facts. Yo, it was crazy. I was having a bad week, man. I still ain't learned my lesson. I went right back up there, man. I was having a bad week. You know, it's funny because after that shit, I started to remember a bunch of other shit, man. I'm like, damn, I hate when I do that. But I may come back with another one, man, one of these days, man. But I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? It was a good birthday stream. You dig?
yo, we need the one about the bitches. We need that one.
I gotta holler at my homie Weeze, man. We gotta do that.
Yeah, come on here. This should be.
We got he married and shit, so I don't know, man.
Drew, you about to get Hard8 in trouble.
Nah, we need that entertainment. I'm sorry.
Nah, everything on point. You know what I mean? Everything on point. Anybody trying to get flowed out though? Candace trying to get flowed out?
Oh man.
Nah, see, I can peep what's being put in the chat.
He
So
tripping.
I'm good.
I can't even bring a threesome up. I get slapped.
Oh shit! For real? God damn.
Oh, no wonder you was trying to break up with her the other day.
No, I wasn't.
Bro.
Oh, my bad. She might be listening. She might be listening.
Whoa.
My bad.
Hold up. First off, I'm gonna clear that up because I'm gonna clear that up.
Clear it up.
First off, I was having some troubles and I was asking y'all for advice. Ain't nobody trying to break up nothing.
Cool.
This nigga
true.
Heartache
That
gonna
is
get
true.
me fucking killed.
That is true.
Nigga. You do know she listens to the podcast, right?
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Who's her
This
favorite?
nigga, man.
Who's her favorite?
Me.
Oh, wow. Man. So she was trying to get flowed out. I'm just asking.
That motherfucker on the market, goddammit. He's trying to find a sale.
Just hit up that page, nigga.
Right, yeah, right.
Oh, dog. What you talking about?
Let's get to
Man.
Intros.
Man.
Intros. Yeah, man.
All right, go ahead, Ravish.
Hey, man. Shout out to the chat, the panel. Shout out to our special guest, Luca. Yeah, let's get into it.
All right. Go ahead, Drew.
Drew Games and yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Dark Cloud.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Let's get it.
All right, Melon.
Yo, what's up? It's Mel. Let's get to it. Shout out to Luca.
All right, and Cycle.
What up, y'all? This is Cycle. Let's get to it.
Candace.
What's up? Let's get into it.
All right, that's everybody, right?
Yo.
All right, shout out. Oh, float out it's a joke. It's like that's what the rappers be doing to the groupies and shit. They be flying them out, and it's like it's a joke. You know what I mean? I'm just playing. unless you're gonna do it. All right. Oh, my Nelly tip. But yeah, man, episode 49, we here, man. Been a pretty interesting week, I guess. I guess we can talk and wrap up this E3 that was a complete disaster, in my opinion.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
Okay.
No,
that shit was trash.
Man, yo, Dark Cloud, you don't stop fanboying.
Hey,
this is the year of CGI, dog. Stop it.
Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah.
CGI for who? Not for me. Not for me.
Luigi, bitches.
Now, calculator gameplay was on the Nintendo Direct.
Thank you. You see Witcher 3 on that shit?
Terrible.
Hey, they got gameplay. They did what they were supposed to do. They put gameplay. They released and announced games and put gameplay.
The only game that looked good was Astral Chain.
That shit is fire.
Fire. That game looked lit.
Speaking of like lack of gameplay, do y'all think it's our fault that
I'm using the Yeti?
Gameplay?
All the niggas that keep asking.
You know whose fault it is?
Well,
it's the people.
All right, well, let me break it down. So
Okay.
the reason why I said is it our fault is because the way that we critique things, once we are shown gameplay, and then once the game is actually released, if it's not what we were shown, it's an outcry. You know what I mean? So is developers starting to smarten up now where they're like, hey, this game is probably going to change and all that, throughout development, and by the time the final product is finished, should we show gameplay knowing that this is not going to be the final product?
I don't want to see gameplay until maybe a couple months before it gets ready to come out. Yeah. But Gears should have been gameplay.
Oh, that was some bullshit, dog.
Yeah, I mean they do have gameplay with Gears. You just had to go find it somewhere else.
Yeah, it needs to be.
But the casuals don't do that. They had the stage where the casuals would tune in to watch.
Yeah. Stupid.
Yeah. That escape gameplay was looking suspect.
That escape looked trash. It ain't for me. I mean, maybe if you like, because a lot of people do like teaming up with people all the time, and that's what they need. So cool. But I'm competitive multiplayer or some story gameplay. That's pretty much all I wanted to see. I didn't see no graphical leap. In no way, shape, form, or fashion, it still looks like Gears 4, which isn't a bad thing. But you just want to see some progress.
I thought maybe it was just my monitor because the graphics were just average. Like they weren't anything that looked amazing or like, wow, this is truly next gen. It just looked okay. Like,
your monitor black and white, right?
Yeah, it's the CRT.
Yo, speaking of teaming up, the fact that Avengers is not going to be co-op, what y'all think?
I think that's great. The fuck? I don't need to play with y'all niggas all the time, man. I want a fucking single player experience. You know what I'm saying?
With an Avengers game, though?
Yes.
Man, well, Hulk was doing that fucking Hulk smashing. That shit.
Listen, if they want to have a separate mode with some co-op shit, that's great. But as far as the single player, I want like a Spider-Man or Arkham type experience. That's what I'm looking forward for when it comes to this game. And that's what I hope I get.
Them graphics on that game look outdated,
right?
dog.
You expect to get what you just said out of that?
What?
Out of Avengers?
I'm hoping. I mean, I'm just keeping hope alive.
Yeah.
The actual gameplay don't look bad. The actual gameplay graphics look good. It's the cutscenes that look a little funky.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, real quick, who was the guest?
Luca.
No, it's another guest.
Oh, King?
Who?
This other dude named King.
Who the fuck
Ravish.
is that?
Who is that?
I don't know who that is.
No, that's Drew, ain't it?
What the fuck?
I invited Luca.
Oh, that's Drew?
That's Drew.
That's me, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
That's Drew.
What the fuck?
Why don't they say Drew Game?
I'm like, Luca done gave out the motherfucking link. No, that's true.
What other gameplay was shown? Oh, Final Fantasy 7. What do y'all think?
It looks good.
You said,
I want to play that motherfucker.
I'm just slapping you in the back of the goddamn neck, nigga.
It looks good, but the fact that it's episodic is
I'm not a fan
but we're talking about the look of the game. The episodic part, that shit is stressful because I'm like,
and other than that, get that collector's edition?
I already bought it. I already paid for it. But you got to get it on when you do it on Square. You got to pay the whole thing up front.
No thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good.
Yeah, it definitely looked good.
I hate what they did to Tifa, but let's not even get into that.
Oh,
what they did with who?
Tifa.
Oh, I don't really know all the characters. I mean, I jumped on
they reduced her about like 4 cups.
I jumped on. Oh really? Freak ass nigga! Like what the fuck?
How do you know that shit?
They reduced to like 4 cups.
Actually, I think DC. I think they bill you when it ships. Yeah.
I jumped on that hype train back when it came out in 9.7, but I couldn't get into it because I wasn't in the RPGs. But this one is looking like I might fuck with it, man. I mean, I damn near beat Final Fantasy 15, so I might give this a shot.
I remember I beat that game without even copping one of the main characters, Vincent. I beat the game entirely without that character. That shit was crazy. Because back then,
the first time I did it without Vincent. Then I found out about it. I was like, oh no, I got to play it.
Like I was like, what the fuck? Because I didn't back then. I never used any strategy guides or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. I think my friend told me how to get past like one part that was kind of codey or whatever. But I beat that game without that character. That shit was crazy. But I won't miss it this time.
I'm disappointed because I never, I never played it. And now it seems like this remake is not going to be like faithful to the original.
So why don't you play the original? Can't you play the original right now?
On what?
Don't they got it on PS4?
On everything.
Yeah,
PSP, Nintendo Switch.
Oh, I sold my PSP a long time ago.
Doesn't matter. It's on literally everything.
Well, they got it on PS4.
I mean,
and they got it on cell phone.
Okay, wonderful. I was just saying I was looking forward to updated graphics. I'm sure you could understand that.
Nah, you could still enjoy the game.
Play the original one and see how it goes. Try it out.
Might.
You don't need graphics to enjoy a game.
Candace, would you prefer to be turn-based?
No, actually, but
the remake ain't turn-based, right?
No, it's not.
Nah, hell no.
When I was younger, I didn't play turn-based games. Like I just didn't. I thought they were all trash.
I can't fuck.
Yeah, they look. I can't do turn-based, man.
No, I came from Polar Radiance D&D, so turn-based was right up my alley.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's why I like it's different now.
But like I got into Persona 5, so now I feel like I'm willing to give turn-based games a try. So I may check it out.
You ever played any Dragon Quest games?
No, but I was planning on getting the Dragon Quest that just came out.
11? Yeah. It's a good game. The story is pretty dope.
And I was planning on getting Ni no Kuni. I don't know if that's turn-based, but I was planning on getting it.
It is. In a way, it is.
Do you know if the remastered version is coming to the?
Who got the washer on?
I just heard that. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. It's all good. But so who y'all feel? Do y'all have a winner for E3 or
Nintendo?
Oh god.
I like Bethesda's conference.
What?
I like the conference.
Bethesda?
Yeah, because I'm a huge Wolfenstein fan. What do you mean? I beat all the games.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But that was like one of the one of the worst fucking.
That was terrible.
They showed what I wanted. They showed what I wanted to see.
They showed what you wanted to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like one of the wildly worst. I mean, a lot of people giving it to Square Enix.
Yeah, they giving them the W. I've been seeing that.
Yeah, I've seen Square Enix and Nintendo. Those are the W's people are giving out. Honestly, I only watched Microsoft's conference, and it was so bad that it just I was just like, I'm not watching the rest of this stuff. So
yeah, it definitely set the tone. I ain't really watch all that shit like that either. I was done with E3 after Microsoft. I was like really done with it.
Yo, so something I said, like I felt like Microsoft wanted to put mad games on stage to make people feel that there's this perception that they got mad games. The casuals don't know that those games are third party. Like, oh shit, 60 games on the new Xbox.
They still got games though.
Yeah, no, I'm saying just to make it seem like they got more games than everybody else. Yeah, because there was even a part where there's this chick that comes on stage, and before she even finishes and wraps up, they already jumped to the next trailer.
Right, they just out of touch, man. They just completely out of touch.
How did you feel, Psycho, about this E3?
Like I said, they out of touch. They out of touch from what gamers want.
Who, Microsoft or everybody?
No, Microsoft.
Phil Spencer said that they are building a box, and they are not building a box to come in second place. Like they ain't playing. They ain't doing this to come in. They ain't doing this to come in second.
I mean, we'll see.
He said that,
with all
but
the
he was
rumors
also
that's coming around right now. We'll see.
He was also like, listen, you know, one person doesn't have to win and someone else has to fail. We can all win together or whatever. And it's just kind of like, okay. Honestly, at this point, I just think that they're content and they're cool with people playing their games wherever they want to play them. And it's like, yeah, there'll be a box, but it's like, whatever. Like, there's no reason to buy another Xbox, in my opinion.
And he just said that, oh yeah, generations aren't defined by like how many consoles.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, I was just about to say he did say some dumb shit like that.
Well, if you don't buy Xbox, what you gonna do? PC?
Well, I mean, no, it's the PlayStation 5, and I already have my X. I just meant like if you have an Xbox One X, there's no reason to upgrade to the next Xbox, especially if you're going to get a PlayStation 5, especially if the rumors are right and the PlayStation 5 is going to be more powerful. Like, what's the point of getting another Xbox? But that's just my opinion.
I disagree.
I mean, but
because if you want to play, because there's going to be there's going to be games that is only going to be available on the Xbox as far as when it comes to a console. Yeah. So if you want to play those games, you're going to have to get an Xbox.
Right. Wait, but aren't there going to be games that's going to be coming? Aren't there games coming to PC?
Yeah.
Everybody don't want a PC, Dark Cloud.
The games are coming to PC, but the games are also going to be coming to the X. So there's no reason to upgrade. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Phil did say that. Phil did say that it's backwards compatible, so all those games are coming to the X.
But if you want the better frame rates and graphics, you're going to want to get the next gen console.
Of course, the hardcore are going to do that. The casuals don't give a shit.
I think the way I feel, real quick, but the way I feel about it is that for the better frame rates and graphics for multi-plats, I'll go to PlayStation, and then for my Xbox One X, I'm only gonna get a few games on it that my friends want to play, and I doubt it's gonna be anything substantial. So I mean, honestly, from what they're showing, which is nothing, there's nothing that they have that makes me say, man, I gotta upgrade for those.
Well, we gotta wait till after next. So. I mean, truly, we have to wait till the next E3 to see. The next E3 is going to set the stage to let you know if you want the next Xbox or not.
Yeah, we'll see. They don't inspire confidence.
Damn, wait till E3 again.
I need a.
I was just about to say that, yo.
It's true. I mean, this time around, if you want to know about next gen, you're going to have to wait. That goes for PlayStation too. If you want to know what they're going to be bringing to the table next generation, you got to wait till next E3. That goes for both PS5 and the next Xbox.
Yo, man, every year wait for E3.
We know, well, we don't know, but we have more faith to go on. We have more of a backlog to trust that they're going to come.
Going from the PS2 to the PS3, you thought you knew too, didn't you?
No,
I'm just saying, you can't never be too sure. You know what I mean?
That mess up happened at the beginning of the gen, right? Just like the Xbox. But the thing is, didn't PlayStation pretty much turn it around? By the end of the gen, they were releasing great games.
No, they turned it around by 2009, 2010, but still.
Whereas Xbox didn't turn it around at all this gen. So there's nothing to inspire faith that they'll turn it around in the next gen. But with that said, I still think that they did just acquire studios. Let's see, like I just think the next Xbox is a wait and see console. The PlayStation 5 is a day one.
Yep, give it that Switch treatment. When the Switch got announced, niggas like, that's nice. Let me see all your games coming.
The Switch still trash, so it's nice
to you.
You're just a hater.
Put that in.
They're releasing a more powerful one. So
wait, are you gonna get a Switch?
I already have a Switch.
Oh, you got a Switch. All right.
I got it last year.
Oh, okay.
You okay?
I'm not counting no goddamn company out. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens when it happens. I ain't doing no assuming because you make an ass out of yourself.
That's a smart man right there.
I'm wherever I'm leaning as far as what console. I'm probably gonna have both of them multiple times. Fucking knows.
You sound like somebody that's experienced in console generation before.
We do know that's not a no one knows type deal.
What you mean?
You're gonna buy an Xbox. You're gonna buy.
Yeah, I know.
Then you're gonna sell them both. And then you're going to be on PC, and then you're going to buy an Xbox, and then a PlayStation, and then you're going to sell them both.
That 3080, man.
Hey, man, whatever's satisfying my appetite at that time, that's where I'm at. I don't get caught up with all this shit y'all get caught up with. I ain't getting no Xbox. Listen, I'm there. That's not what I want. I'm there.
If Xbox had something I wanted, I would have got it.
The Xbox One actually offers a lot for me too right now. I mean,
like what?
Like Dolby Atmos.
Oh, I kind of figured you were going to say that. I thought you were going to say something else.
Dolby Atmos. You know You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. Like, I'm
What,
glad
native
that
4K?
Huh?
that's cool.
Native 4K?
As far as what?
Just
Oh,
for some of the games.
Some of the games. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know that too. I mean, when it comes to these two consoles now, I like the Xbox for like the entertainment and all of that shit. And
PlayStation for the games.
the PlayStation for the games. I like PlayStation for the exclusives and Xbox for everything else.
If I didn't have a job, I would absolutely like Xbox would be my console of choice.
Why?
Why is that?
What?
Because Game Pass, especially with this Xbox Ultimate.
Oh, I knew she was
Damn. If I didn't have a job, I couldn't have a Switch. If
you didn't have a job, you would be on. You would have Xbox because of Game Pass.
Hands down. Because everything's like $1 for the whole year. Damn
that shit definitely worth it.
Hey yo, shout outs to Your Rage Gaming. You're still ducking the podcast player. He said, you seen how every 2K YouTuber has been getting their PSN hacked over the last 2 weeks. Shit spooking me out. LOL, happy belated player. Oh, for real?
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Dang.
Yeah.
PlayStation security still slacking. That shit crazy. I wanted to ask y'all, speaking of all these subscriptions, y'all think this is gonna hurt AAA gaming in the long run?
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that?
It's the same thing. Like I said, it's going to be the Netflix treatment. It's going to take some time before we get them bangers like Netflix is throwing out right now.
And even then, it's going to be like 1 in 10. I don't want that life. I would rather pay $60 to make sure a developer gets the funding they need than just $1 and like YOLO. I'm glad it's working for my pockets. Like,
the developers are paid up front. They're already paid to develop a game. They don't get money off of a game.
No, the reason why I'm saying that though,
but they still got to recoup.
They still got to recoup. By that statement, that means every Netflix original that came out in the jump should have been fired.
Also, what I'm saying is like, where the money gonna come from if everybody got a fucking subscription?
So the whole model has changed. The whole model is going to change. It's based on. So basically, they give these guys a contract or whatever. They go ahead and pay them, or not a contract, but they're already employees. So they like you working for somebody and you just doing a job, like you're doing your job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's not revenue based anymore.
But where's the money
developers?
Come from?
The money comes from the subscriptions.
But that's okay. So when you got multiple AAA games that's pushing upwards of 300 million for the budget and shit like that, it ain't that many subscriptions in the world.
That's what's
holding that down.
That's what I'm saying. The whole thing is about to change. That's what I mean by that.
How are they going to pay developers up front if the base price that 90%
they're employees already. The developers are already employed. They're already employed.
But the games still cost money.
Well, real quick, so excited. Thanks for the super chat. He said, can't expect AAA games for $1. What Cycle's basically saying is that the income's already generated through the base subscription. But what you guys are saying is like, hey, how is this beneficial? Well, it sounds like
like, yo,
what I was saying is
how much did the last Halo game cost to make? Wasn't it like almost like I don't know, like 100-something million? That's it, and they have way more exclusives. I mean, there are AAA games they got to work on.
Yeah, you know what? Both arguments are valid, but I will say it does sound like the games will be watered down. It sounds like, in layman's term, video game socialism, right?
Like, how are you going to fund multiple AAA games?
Damn, who the fuck is?
Damn, the hell?
Somebody trying to break into a car? What the fuck?
No, my daughter wanted a piece of cake.
Somebody trying to break into a
game? Cake frozen?
What the fuck was you using, a butcher knife?
No, I had to pop off.
What we're saying is, if you got multiple AAA titles, how are they going to pay for that off of these subscriptions when they doing dollar bills, $14.99 and shit like that? How are you?
Okay, the best I can try to explain it to you is, imagine if PlayStation put The Last of Us in their own Game Pass. Their numbers are going to shoot the fuck up like crazy because this certain game is on there. Like, that's the whole model is changing. It's not going to be based off of what's
PlayStation has never charged $1. Especially not for an extended period of time.
Well, I mean, but that doesn't matter.
Well, no, because look, if most people are paying $1 because this sale goes on all the time. So if 90% of the subscribers are paying $1, how does that generate enough revenue?
That dollar is to get you in there. You're gonna forget about that little dollar, and they're gonna start charging you the normal price, and you're just gonna forget about it.
But no,
you ain't gonna want to lose, and you're not going to lose those games that you got.
Not the way these niggas acting.
Okay.
If you Candace though, like she said, I asked her the same question of like a few weeks ago. She said she cancels that shit right after.
That's if you Candace. The majority of people ain't gonna be Candace.
And all it takes is creating a new email. You can do that in like infinitely. So
I mean, I should expect that.
At the same time, though, that's still I don't see that generating so much money. How much money have they put any numbers out? Like how much Game Pass is generating a month?
No, they're not going to. I mean, I said this before. Like even with the UFC, they starting to slow down with the pay-per-views, and everything's going to be on their subscription service now. Like putting some of these fights on there now. Everybody's like, it's gonna fuck it up. And the guy, what's his name? The CEO, can't think
Dana White.
Dana White was like,
look, service is actually going to make more money for them that way instead of waiting on ratings.
Exactly.
But that's not the same thing though.
That model is
completely different.
That whole model is changing for everything, man. It's the reason why that's happening.
No. See that you can't use that as the same because waiting for ratings is how you get paid on TV versus putting it on a subscription. If you want this, you have to pay for this. Versus the games still cost mad money. The games cost hundreds of millions of dollars in order to regenerate that money back. And we're not just talking about just one big budget game. Microsoft has more studios now, and I'm pretty sure those other studios ain't gonna be making no $2 million games.
If you want to go that deep, you can say the fighters get paid millions of dollars, and the events cost millions of dollars to get put on. They got to rent out arenas and all kinds of shit.
That's why the subscription is gonna be more.
And you know what? And actually, to counter what Cycle saying, there is a subscription-based app called DAZN. They're bleeding money, like they're not making money.
Oh, damn.
So it's kind of I can see both arguments though.
And then Netflix, if we're gonna do that, because this is Netflix of gaming, right? How many years has Netflix been bleeding money just to get their subscription rate up to now suffice itself?
Facts.
Yo, they're close to going fucking bankrupt.
See the thing, the game medium. The thing is, we're not that patient though as gamers. Like we're not gonna wait till your subscription-based service has bangers, like you were saying. I mean, it could happen. But I mean, it just, it's a wait and see type of thing. Me personally, I'm old school. If it goes subscription based, fuck it. I'm done. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. I have to have the option. So,
I think
I got some indie games. I got some indie games.
They're going to keep the option, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stank Ma. He said, shout out to the cast. He said, the popular business model in entertainment period is subscription now. The financials will tell you.
I'm telling you, Sony gonna end up doing it too. Like
we're already doing it. What do you think that what is it? PlayStation Now is?
It could work. It could work.
There you go.
It could work. Yeah, Netflix took a while to get it popping though. Like
but the way Sony's doing it, they're not putting their bangs on there day one. They want you to go out there and pay that $60.
Okay, I'm telling you, they're gonna put those bangers that you're talking about on there too.
Man, for me, this is just another step towards the fucking streaming shit, and I do not like it. Like,
yeah. I mean. We'll see. We're gonna wait and see.
I hope Stadia fucking crashes and burns.
Yeah, man. It is what.
Oh man.
Where you at, 8? What he
yeah, remember he said he
No, he said at 5 though. Okay. We could jump.
5. It's almost 5.
Almost, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we could segue into the other topics.
Wait, we're not gonna talk about Nintendo?
Well, yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm about to take a nap.
By far, like, regardless of what you think of like their games, they delivered what an E3 was supposed to be. Mm-hmm. They announced new games, they showed a shit ton of gameplay, and on top of that, they have the most exclusives coming out this year than PlayStation and Xbox had in the last previous 2 years in 1 year. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, like, I don't ever watch their Nintendo Treehouse. This is the first time I was intrigued to watch Treehouse 3 days straight. Never have I ever done that, and that's because they're showing gameplay. And then on top of that, they're taking like a page out of Sony's book and actually sit down with the developers and talking about the game while the developers actually play the game and show you the type of shit you could do. So they're doing their thing. Regardless if you sit here, they made kiddie games, they delivered. They delivered on showing games, release dates, all of that.
Now, my argument is, isn't their console kind of newer? Whereas, the PS4 and the Xbox One are kind of going into the next gen, right? So shouldn't they kind of?
Well, think about it like this though. But like, so let's PlayStation drops, right? They drop a Last of Us, right?
Right.
When do you see another Last of Us? Almost damn near next generation. They already got a new Zelda game coming out for this new Switch. That's their Last of Us.
Yeah, but the Last of Us is, that's a big IP. That's a big IP.
But so is Zelda. Zelda's a big ass IP.
Yeah, Zelda's a big IP, but
what I'm saying is, like, they're big AAA titles that take years to come out. They're doing that within the same generation. It's only been 3 years.
What was the gap between Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild, though, DC? What was that gap?
What happened?
What was the gap of years between Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild? Do you know?
Huge.
Kind of, because he said that Zelda was The Last of Us. I'm trying to comparatively say, well, I mean, they take probably just as long, though, right?
Yeah, but they just announced a Breath of the Wild 2, and it's coming out on Switch.
Okay, all right. Well, Breath of the Wild,
and then on top of that, they got Link's Awakening.
Yeah, I think Link's Awakening. That was cute. Yeah, but I'm definitely looking forward to Breath of the Wild. But it should be faster though, because I think it's on the same engine. So yeah, but yeah, I mean Nintendo.
But they delivered. They delivered, man. They delivered. I'm using the Yeti, people. That's why I sound good. Can y'all stop fucking asking?
That Witcher 3, God
man,
damn.
you good, man. You good.
540p, goddamn. Bro.
That shit looks terrible.
Hey, but you know what though? Regardless of what y'all think about the game being terrible, no. Fuck all that. Regardless of what you think about the game being terrible, everybody said that this is something that could never happen on the Switch.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew.
No, not only that, but not only that though. They're already talking about a more powerful Switch. We're talking about we're talking about having a great ass generational game on a Nintendo system.
Let me say something. Listen, anything can happen on the Switch when you got lower than low settings, muddy textures.
But hold up.
Bad frame rates.
You should be happy this is happening. That means technology is going by so fast that we're in, like, let's say the Switch Pro drops, right? And you're gaming that next the Modern Warfare game on the go on a handheld system and not losing, not getting. Think about it like the PSP. The PSP was giving you. They weren't giving you the same ports that you're getting on console. They're giving you a completely different, like Uncharted game that's made for handheld. We're getting console quality games on a mobile chipset.
If you dumb any game down enough, it will run on the Switch. I don't know why people get caught up with that.
Why don't want to play a game at 480p anyway?
If you dumb it down, lower than low settings, bad frame rates, muddy textures,
you could not do that on the PSP. You could not do that on the PSP.
You dumb it down.
What you talking about? Who cares?
You could not do that on the PSP. The point is that Switch hardware is getting so well, or portable hardware is getting so well that we're getting console games on there. It doesn't matter.
How does it matter?
If you don't like that, then don't play it. But don't actually knock the technology.
I'm not.
How? It's trash.
It's 540p.
Hey man, shout out
to somebody else. That don't mean shit.
Hey man, shout out! Look, check this out. It's all
to the Xbox One users, the original. That don't mean nothing to them.
What you mean? Don't try to pull them in there. It look better on the Xbox One. That shit looks better on the Xbox One. The original Xbox.
Ain't nobody trying to play no Modern
Can the
Warfare.
Switch Pro even gonna do 1080p?
Nobody knows that. We gotta wait and see.
Real quick, super
chat. Gonna do nothing special. Go ahead. Hey, hold it down, Ravis. I'll be back.
I got you. Shout out to the Trigger Man. He said the Switch.
Nigga always got to come back to come for me. I'm gonna see you in Georgia Heartache.
Hey, real quick. Hey, shout out to Dark Cloud. For those on here, subscribe to his channel. He has a video about it. So shout out to the Trigger Man for the super chat. He said the Switch can release so many first-party games because barely have voice acting, motion capture, or high-end graphics. They use copy cutter templates.
Writing a story doesn't happen in a day.
Yeah, facts. Hey man, we're not gonna bash Nintendo. All right, so
next super chat. Next super chat from So Excited says no one is talking about the censorship on Witcher 3 port of the Switch. Where is the same energy?
I didn't even know that they had censorship.
All right, so you know the bodies that hang from the trees? They took that out.
Okay. Yeah.
Do they show breasts?
That might not even be censorship. Maybe the sis can't run it.
Wow. But yeah, people want to play that shit. All right.
Hey, you know what? But having something like that and Nintendo actually paying attention, like, okay, this is selling at this price. How about we make a more powerful system so they can get the same type of experience?
No, but I think it is censorship though. It has to do with Europe. Censorship.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's censorship.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it.
What about when you fucking?
No, that's there.
Know. You gotta look all.
I heard that's there because there's a photo.
Oh.
There's a photo going around from CD Projekt Red of him in the tub.
Hey, well, look, as long as they keep that in there, then it's a good deal. On to the next topic. No Nintendo bashing, man. It's all love, man. Luigi's Mansion 3.
Okay.
I got
a question. I got a question. I got it's all good. Does anybody know how to stop the lag when you plug your Switch up to your TV? Does anybody know how to stop the lag?
Never once have I connected my Switch to the TV.
I've never seen lag connected to my TV.
Never, ever,
ever.
I haven't experienced that either, though.
I gotta see what's up with that.
I don't know.
I was trying to play 2K.
Have bad luck. You the same dude that had a problem with your PlayStation, dog. I don't know.
It wasn't the funny shit. Wasn't working. I had to take it to them to get it fixed.
Yeah, that nigga couldn't open up his PlayStation.
I opened it up. It gets the hard drive was fucked up. Something's going on with it. Yep. Okay, we can change subject now.
Oh, no, it's all good. In entertainment news, I just want to let everybody know, rest in peace, Bushwick Bill. He died from pancreatic cancer a couple days ago. If you can't piss, or if you do piss and you piss blood, get checked out. Could be pancreatic cancer.
Yeah. Hey, yo, did we go over the rumor from Andrew Reiner being with the rumors of the PlayStation 5 being more powerful than the Scarlet?
Yeah, Luca actually mentioned it like in the beginning of the podcast. Yeah, but
how would you guys feel about that though?
It doesn't matter. Remember,
it don't matter to me.
I don't care.
It don't matter.
In the game,
but it's funny hearing that from different people. I mean, I don't care, but people are saying that here's the motive. If the Xbox is more powerful than the PS5, nobody's gonna care. But if it's more powerful, if the PS5 is more powerful, then Xbox is dead. I'm like, yo, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't, bro.
It actually doesn't matter if the PS5 is more powerful or if it's less powerful because at this point it's about the games.
No, it doesn't.
They're within the same chipset. It's not gonna be that dramatic.
They're gonna be. It's gonna be a negligible difference either way.
It's gonna matter for like the first. The first entry. Yeah, it's gonna be. The power is gonna be.
You want it to matter because you can't let go of the beginning of this gen. It doesn't matter.
Let's make a bet right now. Let's make a bet right now.
Uh-oh.
Let's do it.
What's the bet?
If the PS4 is more powerful, I bet you it's gonna be a big deal. The PS5, sorry. If it's more powerful than the Xbox, it's going to be the hottest topic for at least a year.
Okay, so what's the bet?
I think he's right about that.
Hold on. Right. Let's put that into sustainable though.
You can take that bet.
Is it going to be more? Is it going to be cheaper or is it going to be more expensive?
Don't matter.
No, it does matter.
No, now you're trying to make stipulations.
No, you put stipulations on it.
Because that's the reason that it mattered about this gen.
If it's more powerful, he's saying, well, the impact will last about maybe a year or whatever. And I think he's right though, because in the beginning of every gen,
but that's based on price. If the PlayStation 5 comes out being more powerful, it's $100 more than the Scarlet. That's gonna matter.
It definitely will. Okay. It definitely will.
You trying to put some extra little stipulations on there. Look,
Cycle. Hold on. Let me talk to you, Cycle.
That's hilarious. No, you can't talk to me. No.
Listen.
Next topic.
You refuse to accept.
Are we gonna make that bet or no? We can't make it.
No, that's a dumb bet. I don't think it matters.
I know it's a dumb bet. Okay. I know. That's why
it's a dumb bet because you won't allow the stipulations that are necessary.
No, it's not. What are you talking about, Candace? I'm gonna tell him his bet.
It's his bet, but he wants me to agree, so it's our bet, right?
Why won't you accept the
bet? No, it's his bet. You have to accept it or you don't.
Okay. Well, if I can't tell you that your bet is dumb, I'm just not going to take it.
Is that a no?
How is it dumb?
Drew, why do you care? It's
hold on. If you go, Candace, if you go and release smoke, make sure it's correct.
No, because my point is it doesn't matter if the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox is more powerful because at this point, it's about the games. No one is really expecting anything from the Xbox. What I was trying to say when Cycle said I couldn't talk to him is at the beginning of this gen, The only reason why it mattered that the PS4 was more powerful is because it was literally $100 less.
No.
Cycle acts like that doesn't exist.
No, that's not the truth. How many generations have you been
talking
around?
about, Cycle?
How many generations have you been around?
Yo,
how many generations
there were
have you been
literally
around?
articles saying that $100 less would get you more power.
Bro, every generation they talk about power. Every
Bro,
single generation.
Facts. Yeah,
They do.
At the beginning, and then it goes away.
Okay. What I'm saying is, bet me for a year that's going to be the hottest topic for the PS5. Yes or no?
I mean, power is always the most dominant topic at the beginning.
You're saying it's not. You saying it's
no,
not.
I said it's not going to be that. It's not going to be the most important thing. No, it's not.
Oh, now you
because
up. Okay.
That's literally what I said. I said it's not going to matter in the grand scheme of things.
But it did sound like you said in the beginning it was going to be about the games.
It will be. I'm saying that I think that the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, whatever they call it, are probably going to be really similar in specs. So the power discrepancy is going to be very small to the point of being negligible. Yes, some people are going to say this is the more powerful console, whether it's PS5 or Xbox. But at the same time, it's going to die. I think the power narrative will die out quicker this gen or next gen than it did this gen.
I think so true.
Okay, we'll see. Well, shout out to Carlos Bareilles. He says Cycle is the man. Let's go on to the next topic.
Brother. Appreciate you.
No, he didn't.
No, he did not. I thought maybe he tweeted twice. You a damn lie.
I'm just saying, like, I don't want to bash our brothers. Come on, man. Supposed to be brothers. Hey, real quick.
Yeah,
all right,
it's him.
You what today, man?
Hey, real quick. All right, so look, in entertainment news, the big one, all right, is Cuba Gooding Jr. to grope or not to grope? Did anybody see?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that shit. That shit makes me mad as fuck.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, DC mad as hell.
Damn. But okay. It to me, it just looked like he knew she was game for the threesome. So he was kind of like, okay, let me see what she working with. I don't know. Is he gonna get a? I don't think it's like, what is that?
No,
like,
he's not getting no time. You didn't see the tape.
You didn't see the thing.
Can I get some details?
Go for it.
Go, Luca.
Well, I just want details on what happened exactly. Like, what's
there's a video clip. You should probably just go.
Wait, one at a time.
This lady said that he groped her breast, not brushed against it, and she's pressing charges that he like sexually harassed her. But the videotape came out that he was actually in the bar with another girl. I don't know if that's a girl that he's messing with. This lady comes up and sits next to him, and he grabbed her hand, gave her a kiss on her hand. And that was it. She walked away after that. There was no point that he actually groped her. Maybe if he picked her hand up, he kind of brushed her titty by accident.
Right.
But you couldn't see nothing like that on the camera.
And the footage I saw, he didn't do it. But then there was other people saying they saw footage where he did grab her breast, but I didn't see that.
Yeah, but that video kit is not shown anywhere.
The clip that I saw, it does look like he puts his hand like up around her chest area, but it's from really far away, so it's just. It's
had her.
It's not clear enough
video.
To
his hand, he was holding her hand.
Who y'all talking about?
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh yeah. Oh, another woman came forward on that, and from 10 years ago.
That was for something different.
It was from groping 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago, he groped her in a nightclub or some shit like that.
Hey, man.
A nightclub where people are pressed close against each other anyway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, man, you know what? That Me Too thing is you can't play around. Look, the way it's going right now is women are going to have to grope us to show interest. Yeah.
That's true. You're going to have to be like, listen, just so I'm protected, just grab my dick real quick.
Yeah.
This is surreal.
Yeah.
Y'all seen what Keanu Reeves does to avoid that shit?
Yeah, that nigga's a savage.
That nigga is smart.
What does he do? What does he do?
Never touches
whenever he takes photos,
he never touches.
His hands are exposed. That it's open up.
Jay-Z been doing that for years. Jay-Z always takes pictures with his hands behind his back.
No, but literally you can see Keanu's hands in every single photo. So
Every
there's
single
no,
photo.
you can't see his hand because it's
You
in
just
my
told
shirt
Jay-Z
or
been
nothing.
doing that for years, but y'all ain't listening, right?
Well, he does it with an open
He said
palm.
Jay-Z puts his
No,
hands
Jay-Z
behind
doesn't
his
put his
back.
hands up. He keeps his hand behind his back.
Yo, listen.
Yeah.
Keanu does
There's
it
a
like
difference.
different.
Listen,
It's a
listen,
difference.
fellas, protect yourself. Be like, hold on, let me record this real quick. Go ahead, grab my dick real quick. All right, cool. Now we can talk. So what's up?
Man.
It's
signing
like when I
contracts.
walk past a woman, I put my hand against my chest if I'm like walking past her. No mistakes.
What? Huh?
No, I'm serious.
Your hand across
Hey,
across
this
your
dude
chest.
clutch his chest like white women clutch
Nigga
their
saying
pockets.
No, nigga, like you know, like the
Okay.
Wakanda type of, like the Wakanda crosses I'm passing by. I've
He
always
do
been doing that.
What the fuck? Yo.
Y'all niggas always trying to find
Right there.
something to laugh about. I'm literally protecting myself. What, you want me to put my hand in my pocket? That could easily be like
Yeah,
I'm
put
brushing against the wall.
DC, hold on, player.
Put them in your pockets.
How close
Yeah,
are you when you gotta clutch your chest?
Hold on,
Yep.
hold on, you guys. Somebody in the chat made a really good point. How crazy is it that all these dudes keep getting brought down for groping, talking, and all this stuff, and our president is living his best life doing all this stuff on the daily?
Well, power and money affords you certain luxuries, I guess. But look, the bottom line is this: Me Too ain't having it. And here's a culture in Hollywood. This has been going on for years, for years, and they're not having it. No, like now. These guys, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I can tell you a story. I knew a white woman who used to claim that she met.
Yeah,
Arnold
she was white.
And he groped her. Like he just met her, said, "Hey, how you doing?" and grabbed her ass in like an elevator.
She wasn't lying.
And it wasn't a big look. I don't know. She was like a big. Her mother was a big time like. She was a Hollywood agent or something, like a publicist. I don't remember. I was young, but anyway, I remember with the story. But my thing is like, damn, like they've been doing this and getting away for for like, I guess it's just part of the game. But yeah, the Me Too thing. They ain't having it. Like that. That shit is over.
Yeah, I remember back when I was younger and shit. I was on a bus, man. It was fucking jam packed. Like it was, you couldn't move. And I was standing at the back doors, like on the steps or whatever. And this woman, she had to stand in front of me. And every time the bus would like move, stop, and shake, her ass kept grinding up against my joint, man. Like I got rocked up on the bitch. I know she felt that shit too. But she ain't really say nothing. Like she glanced back a couple times, but it wasn't my fault though. Like it was you could not move. Like you could not move. And every time the bus would like gas or hit the brakes and all that, we just kept rocking back and forth on each other, man. It was crazy.
Hey man,
I'd have been arrested in today's time though. She would have got me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yo, but real talk though, like. If there needs to be a law that comes out that if any woman is found lying or like the story doesn't add up, they need to start either serve fucking time or be countersued.
Well, what if they're not lying, but the story is like old, like really old, like 10 years old? What do you think?
See, that's hard though, man. It's like why come out?
That's why the statute of limitation
What is the
exists.
statute of limitation?
It's like
I think it's like
5 to 8 years or something.
Yeah.
Well, they got Cosby, so I don't know about that.
No, they got Cosby on his most
that.
recent case. Everybody else were just character witnesses.
But that was actually the case that he had actually settled, though. So they can find a way. If they want you, they can get you.
My whole thing is, how is that? How is my bad? Go ahead.
No. I was just saying, like, if there needs to be something, because if a law like that passes, if there's a woman that's lying and there's tapes or she's found guilty, if these women start doing jail time for lying, a lot of these bitches will stop doing that shit.
Yeah, I remember hearing about a case where this young black man ended up going to prison for a few years because this girl lied about him assaulting her, and then like she came out and was like, actually he didn't do anything, and he gets out and he's like, oh okay, and she tried to hit him up like, hey, hey, what's up, I know I put you in jail, but we can have something. And when I heard that, I was just kind of like, man, I agree with you. I think there needs to be some due process there for lying, because that you can ruin someone's life and their reputation. And even if they get proven innocent, there's still going to be people out there that are going to side-eye them and not trust them because of that shit.
Yeah, you got athletes that have lost scholarships and all of that shit.
Facts.
Did y'all hear about the story? I'll see if I can find the link. But a woman said that a man raped her, and then she told her brother, and the brother went and killed dude. And then it comes to find out that she was lying, and there was street cameras showing that the nigga just walked past her. He didn't even touch her.
Oh my God.
And yo, shout outs to Master. He said, sad, but women ain't shit in today's society. How is a case even built without any evidence?
Because women got a lot of power when it comes to the chorus, man.
I understand that, but how has that happened? Like, you don't have no evidence to back up your claims.
Powerful.
I really think that it depends on who the woman is and who the guy is. Because take, for instance, a couple years ago, I had a court case myself, and the guy was guilty, obviously, but it's like the accuser was a well-off white woman, and the accused was like this scrawny Latino dude. And I was like, listen, even if he didn't do it, people would be more inclined to believe her just because of that discrepancy there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just
I really think it like depends as well, because no offense, but especially if it's like a black woman accusing a man of something, they're less likely to be believed if it's a white compared to a white woman, and that's just kind of how society is.
We know how we know how this shit works.
Yeah, but I definitely think there needs to be more due process, and the whole like let's just believe him to believe him. But at the same time, there's also been cases of like white guys getting off on like raping women, and there's like tons of evidence against them. So it's just like
Turner. That's the biggest.
Yeah, what's the dude that's paying out of jail right now?
Paying out of jail.
Who? The rich white guy that got caught doing the same shit that what's his name? Weinstein. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Harvey Weinstein.
I mean, name them. It's a bunch of them.
Yeah, right.
Should you go down the list?
I think that's like a really rough crime to get accused of, and I don't understand people who would lie about something so disgusting and heinous. And if you are willing to lie about that, you're a fucking scumbag, and you should be countersued or something, defamation, anything. I don't know, man. That shit's just fucked up for me.
I wish that law. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like one of the biggest problems is the lack of real due process. Like, cops, detectives, the DA, they get it in their mind that someone is guilty, and then it's called confirmation bias. They just seek evidence to confirm what they already believe instead of hearing all of the evidence and objectively looking at the case. Because if they were objectively looking at the case, if something isn't founded, they would be able to do that, and then they would be able to prosecute. Because I do think there should be some kind of consequence for ruining someone's life or having them put in jail or murdered and all of that. But you have to be careful, because the whole lack of due process means, if depending on the cop, he may just say like 90% of the women he encounters are lying, and then they all get charged with making false allegations. So it's like, unless there's real detective work, it doesn't work.
Yeah. There should be evidence. Look at the whole Cuba Gooding Jr. thing, but they arrested him way before they saw the tapes.
That's crazy.
Look, friend, it needs to be a law, because, long story short, my homeboy found a wallet. All right, he found somebody's wallet, tried to give it back to him or whatever. The lady turned out to be the judge's. She worked for the judge basically, and so she lies and tells them that we pickpocketed her. I wasn't even with him when he found it. I was just there as a witness.
Damn.
And so she was like, "Yeah, I saw both of the boys bump into me and take my wallet." Like, and I was at work, and they came to my job and everything. And like, I had to show them that I was at work, and said she was completely lying. You know what I'm saying? So then my boy went to jail, and they had to release him once they found out she was lying, but she still worked there. You know what I'm saying?
That's
crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Fuck.
No accountability.
None.
Yeah. That's one of the things, especially.
Well, haven't there been some cases that some rappers have actually countersued and won back? Like the one with Chris Brown. Didn't he like resued somebody and won?
He hasn't won yet. He has sued her, but I don't think it's gone to court yet.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's just no accountability. So, but there should be something in place to kind of nip that, though. I agree with that, but it is what it is. So, in other news, all right, you guys might like this subject. Chris Brown caught hell. He caught a lot of flack because his Karuchi Chan hooked up with my man Victor Cruz, a retired, former NFL football player. He went to his Twitter and said, "Look, bitch, upgrade your man." And
wow,
yo, that shit was funny though.
He said he need a stylist, and he looked like he shot off the rack or some shit like that. But then he said, "Well, go ahead."
He got hacked. Right? Yeah. After the backlash,
he must have really
I kind of believe he got hacked though. I didn't feel like that was really
Chris Brown was hurt.
Y'all believe that was really Chris Brown?
Yeah, he loved
No,
that girl.
man.
He loved that girl, man.
Hey,
Wait,
I want Psycho to say what he was going to say because I agree. She got some bombs.
That's what she got to, because that motherfucker, like, he is.
I'm telling you, she got to,
You
man.
do go ham for that chick. And I don't really see it. I mean,
Yo, he's been stalking this chick for like years, ever since they broke up.
That's
Like
some funny shit.
She would go to like a club in Hollywood, like TMZ caught him, and he would just show up, like he'd be there. That was him. That was him.
Yeah, she must can suck peanut butter through a straw.
She doing
That motherfucker
style.
is like, it's been like this for years, dude.
That's why Victor Cruz is happy, man.
Hey, and then look, you gonna talk about V Cruz? It's like, come on, Doug. That's a retired I don't know if he's Hall of Famer, but he's a Super Bowl champ. Like, how you gonna tell this man? You know he could beat your ass and all kinds of shit. Like, why would you do that?
Well, we don't know that for sure.
We don't know that for
Victor
sure.
Cruz, you gonna take a cracked out singer over Victor Cruz?
Hold on, Chris Brown on crack now?
Like, come on, you on something? That nigga's a cokehead. Come on, man.
I
You wanted me to beat it. That was my shit,
No,
though.
Hard 8. Yes. I'm saying yes. That motherfucker, he does drugs.
Yeah, he's coked out, homie. Beat it.
I don't know. I don't have nothing.
Now you can see the difference, like how he looked, especially before and after.
Oh, you've been checking them out, Drew?
No, people have done videos about it, like
checking them out. You don't look as good as you, Drew.
I'm not saying that, but you can tell
He was looking kind of fire. He was
looking fire and run that.
My nigga Drew.
That nigga be looking like Skeletor, man. You can tell he on some coke or some shit.
Them niggas don't be eating properly, man. They be on the road. They be working, man.
Yeah, I mean,
this nigga Drew, he was firing these hoes ain't loyal. In that video. Now he looking smoked out. This shit crazy.
Hey man, CB might have hands, but I'm gonna go with that NFL player though. If it come down to it though.
Wait, what?
He got hands. He might have hands, but
somebody said Drew on Google Images right now.
Didn't Chris Brown turn down a fight with
Soldier Boy? Yeah.
I think he would have whooped his ass.
Get it popping.
Soldier Boy was the one who was trying to get it popping.
Didn't he want to fight Tom Cruise? Justin Bieber?
Yeah. Y'all see that?
I don't know. They say Bieber got some hands in the gym and all that.
Yeah, but he want to fight a 50-year-old dude.
That's an old white dude.
What's the context behind it?
He just randomly tweeted it out.
Out of nowhere, like, I want to fight Tom Cruise.
Yeah. And then what's his face? What's that dude's name? Conor McGregor. He was like, "Are you about it? If not, you're a coward."
Yeah,
basically.
but Tom Cruise is like 5'5". I don't know, man. And he's old. I don't know, man.
But we're talking about Tom Cruise though, dude that don't know when to stop running. He still got stamina.
Yeah. I mean, you never know, and he's what is that? He's Keflam, the nigga Scientologist. So I don't know, man.
Hey, yo, shout out to Dark Knight for the super chat. Yeah, and shout out to Slizzle at 420. He says sometimes everybody looking at you guilty, but the accuser identity be hidden. Derrick Rose beat his case, and nobody knows who the girl is till this day. Some people still think he did it.
Yeah, that was a crazy case.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
I remember reading about that case. It was like, wait, so they had a menage, and then she gonna point the finger at him? But it was crazy. It was actually I'm sorry, they had a train. They ran a train on her. But anyway, that was crazy.
I mean, Brown go out. I don't see the height with Karuchi. She's skinny as hell.
You know what? Yep. That's what I was saying. But like Psycho said, she got that bomb.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be that. You can suck peanut butter through a crazy straw.
Yeah, dog, because she just looked real average, like whatever.
She's definitely average.
Hey, did y'all hear about the thing that happened during E3 with Zombie Unicorn?
Yo,
no.
What was that about?
No idea.
Let me put out the context. So Zombie Unicorn is a Twitch gamer, painter, or whatever. She's on Twitch, whatever. So she was at E3 and she passed this energy drink thing, and they didn't have booth babes. They actually had dancers on stage and they were dancing. So she made a tweet saying that stop objectifying women. in today's age at gaming event conventions showing off their body and all that, but these chicks were actually dancers and they actually liked their job, and you know they knew what they was doing. But to make the context even worse is that Zombie Unicorn she posts photos of her body on Twitter and on Twitch. She actually does naked painted videos to get tips from younger people.
Yeah, hypocritical bitch.
A hypocrite.
Yeah, she a hypocrite. And then like people started backlashing her, saying that like we can't take you serious, especially what's it called? Angry Joe was like, I can't take you serious when the last photo you posted on Twitter was this. And it was a photo of her showing her ass in this tight ass clothes. And there's this thing going on where because of stuff like people like her, there was these girls that do like the chicks that like do like when you go to those
cosplay.
No, not cosplay. The girls that like when you go to like a car event, they got the sexy babes on the car. So girls like Zombie Unicorn was literally going back saying to stop objectifying women like that. And then so what the car company did, they stopped having babes there. And a lot of these girls love their job because it ways for them to get into like the car racing scheme, just being there. And they even made an outrage saying that because of social justice women like you're causing us jobs. So she was basically like going back and forth with people saying that she's not being a hypocrite. But I looked up all the photos and stuff, and I went to her Twitter, her Twitch. Yo, she's a straight hypocrite.
Yo, that bitch can take a dick in the throat and shut the fuck up.
Hold on. Is she black? Is she black?
She white.
I was trying to figure out why Melon's so mad. All right, go ahead.
That shit annoying, dog. Like shit.
Hey man, some people pick and choose their thing, and when it benefits them, it's all good, and when it doesn't,
But the thing that people were saying though, even the girls, the dancers were saying that it's because of people like you. I would lose my job because you're mad that I look better than you and I'm dancing. Like, don't take food out of my mouth.
Let us be a hooker in peace.
Yeah,
right.
For real.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we're all adults. They should be able to make their own moves, man.
Yeah, like they knew what they were signing up for.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I'm all for women being able to do whatever they want with their bodies, and I just find it odd when a woman who does whatever she wants with her body goes around saying, hey, you're objectifying them. Like, chill, stay out of it, relax. Like, clearly they signed up for it. Clearly they're getting paid for it, and clearly they knew what it was about. The whole, like, you're objectifying women thing, I'm over it at this point. I don't want to hear it.
Oh,
honestly,
apparently she's Cuban or some shit.
It doesn't matter. Same thing. Cubans white. Same thing.
But, apparently, though,
Cubans is white.
A lot of women who call themselves feminists these days pick and choose how they want to apply it to everybody else, in the same way that a lot of religious people pick and choose how they want to apply that. So a lot of people think on the outside looking in, oh my God, this is feminism. This is what it looks like. No, understand. This person is misrepresenting feminism to suit her needs.
Well, actually, she's probably most of the nut job feminists. They're radical feminists. Like there's different subset of feminism, just like there's different subset of like the Black Lives Matter movement, like Antifa and stuff. So
to add substance to this,
she's just
let her finish. You gonna let her finish?
No, what she's saying, I'm gonna add something to her. She was literally saying that.
I'm gonna mansplain right quick.
No. This what she was saying is right, because this chick was saying that what she does is art. That's her way of justifying what she does versus those girls.
And most people.
Hold on, what exactly does she do? I'm sorry to cut you off. What exactly does she do?
She's a Twitch gamer, but she also like paints her nude body she paints her body nude to get tips for like cosplay and all that stuff. And
so she paints her own body nude.
Yeah, and then she has other people do that, and then sometimes she just dresses like all busty on her channel and shit like that.
Yeah, very provocative poses as well. Which, like I said, that's perfectly fine. But it's radical feminism, and I the whole SJW, anti-SJW thing, it's really played out at this point. I think it's really annoying. I think it's really bothersome. There were people even complaining about like cyberpunk objectifying women, and I'm just like,
yes, they're calling it transphobic. I'm so over it.
I'm really over it at this point. I feel like
that game too when I seen that lady with a big ass chin.
I'm not gonna lie, that was disturbing.
I saw that shit. I was like,
first of all, to the person who first noticed that, I definitely did not notice that picture. I had to fucking zoom in until I realized what they were looking at. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
No, that's what Psycho had to do and shit.
Yeah, I think we all had to do that because Hard8 posted it, and I'm just like, what's the problem? So I zoomed in, and I'm like, oh my.
I saw it. I was like, oh shit.
Yo, did you hear what you heard what the actor, the voice of Marcus Phoenix did to that dude that was asking questions?
Hilarious. I love that shit right there.
Wait, what?
Hold on, somebody background sound like they at Chuck E. Cheese.
Well, only one of us got kids, right?
Candace, you got kids, I heard, so stop it.
I do? How
No, but so this dude was asking questions, and he was like, is there what was it, the main Katie, whatever her name is, the main actor for the main character for the Gears of War game, does she have a sexual preference, and if she's going to be dating like a female or a male? The dude snapped on her. He's like, why the fuck is that your business? He's like, if you go
when they asked about Kate and Gears,
yo, he went off on him, bro.
I mean, I don't really see a problem with the question and the shit that's going on today.
Why does it even matter though?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, with the shit that's going on in today's climate, I don't see that's not a far-fetched question.
Think of it. Wait, real quick. But the thing of it is that like I find it interesting that someone would ask what her sexuality is, because there's been other instances where developers are like, so and so character is gay, and then everyone's like, why the fuck does this matter in this video game? Like, why are you telling us what their sexual orientation is if it doesn't actually have any like relevance to the story at all? Right.
So she never answers, cat gay or not?
Who?
He didn't answer. He roasted him, Hard8. Go listen to that.
Gay haircut, but is she gay?
Is who gay?
I'm saying, isn't she with
Gears?
Oh, I've never played a Gears. Sorry.
Is it Kate or Cat? It's Kate. I'm saying Cat. Kate. I mean, yeah, Kate.
Isn't Kate dating Marcus's son?
No,
or didn't they do it or something like that? Or
no.
You're the expert guy. You should know.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like if a game has a romance subplot, then it's fine to ask if the character is gay or not. But if there is no romance at all in the game, then it doesn't really have any bearing.
There might have been a little bit of flirting here and there. Yeah. But real quick, has anybody gotten their money back from Shenmue 3, or have anybody supported that?
Yeah, I pre-ordered the physical copy for the PS4. So
so you okay with it? You ain't got no problems.
Well,
I
the way that it looks or anything like that.
Hey man, I'm a Shenmue dude, man, off the Dreamcast, so I wasn't really tripping. I just want to have it because it comes with a collector's thing.
So. Oh, you love that bull?
Oh man.
No, somebody in the chat wants to ask, did y'all hear about the censorship that they want from Modern Warfare? What are people crying about it, saying it's too real?
Okay, so
I think some army vet was crying on Twitter and shit about it.
Yeah.
Kill like babies or something, or kids or something.
Yeah, somebody was saying something about like or what was it? I think it was like a journalist was like, oh yeah, apparently there's a scene in the game where like apparently they they have, you know, your male terrorists, but now they also have women, or they have female terrorists now. So like,
what's the problem?
Yeah,
that's a fact.
That's a fact. In the head now. So it's like,
that's dumb.
Actually, anybody in the military knows that you go across seas. Some of the people that blow you up are women, bro.
And some
kids. I looked into it.
One at a time, people. One at a time. Go ahead.
So I looked into it, and now this is all allegedly, right? So allegedly, there's a scene where you could like accidentally shoot a baby that a mother is holding, and then they have to like figure out whether or not you murdered the baby on purpose. There was a cut line of dialogue where there's a soldier and he's looking for this little girl, and the line is, "Oh, maybe I should give the little girl to my commanding officer. He likes the young ones," you know, implying like sexual assault there. And then another scene where you play as a little girl who has to pick up a gun and kill some soldiers because they just murdered her parents in front of her. So she's got to do it to protect herself and her brother. And those are the scenes. Those are the scenes that people are are upset about.
That sounds amazing because it's actual real life. I mean, if you pay attention to the WikiLeaks and all of that stuff, we know that this stuff happens. I'm tired of this over sanitized version where our players are always like right? Like that's why I liked Black Ops, because it showed the gray area. So to me, this is perfect. If people have a problem with it, they have a problem with reality.
World at War did the same thing, low key. It just wasn't as fleshed out.
I only say Black Ops because I started playing COD with Black Ops. I didn't play the other ones.
Yeah, World at War kind of did the same thing.
You never played. Wow.
They need the censorship shit needs to like stop.
Yeah, it needs to stop.
Like that's. I mean, first of all, if you're worried about your kid, you shouldn't be buying shit like that for your children, anyways.
Yo,
you know,
exactly.
It's an art. Like they ain't nobody got no problem when they got documentaries of fucking Ted Bundy on Netflix. So
there's a reason why there's a rating in place. So it is what it is.
Exactly.
And some parents really don't give a fuck about that rating. So I don't know.
No, it's not that they don't care about the rating. It's that they're gonna buy their kids the game anyway and get mad about it. And then they're gonna protest that games are, in their head, a medium for children, but there's games with violence, even though the game already has a rating on it that says not for anyone under the age of 18 or 17. So
I guess what they want is they're trying to say like video games are fun, like leave the negative or the realism out of it. But we're in the age now where literally games are just going to be like movies.
We're in the age where a generation grew up on them. You can't expect us to still be playing Mario. I know some of us are, but that's not my point. My point is we've matured.
Candace, I agree with you. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you when you were saying parents will buy it and then complain. But some parents, like after working in GameStop years back, like we would tell them like, you know, this is rated M. They're like, I don't care. I will buy. They didn't give a shit.
Hey man, people got to live their life and make their own fucking choices.
Hey, my parents took me to the movies to see Harlem Nights. So if you ever seen that, and I was a kid, so
classic.
Yeah,
I mean, my parents let me watch horror movies, but wouldn't let me watch like other type.
They let me see violence, but they wouldn't let me see any type of nudity.
Facts, bro.
Same.
I can see somebody's head get blown off, but I can't see some titties. This is bullshit. Like straight bullshit. That's
Exactly
America, period, though. That's America, period.
Yeah, because sexual stuff is still taboo. Like,
yeah, it is. Pretty much.
That's America, period, dog. It fucking sucks.
I think that's a byproduct of how young the country is and how the country was founded, right? Like it was founded on this puritanical like belief system, and it was it was founded on puritanical beliefs and violence. And if you notice, that's what's still acceptable. Like you're not really allowed to be sexualized. You're not really allowed to do anything. But violence is overtly okay. Violence is praised. The military is praised. But once you get even remotely into sexual territory, it's a problem.
I agree with that to a certain degree, but rape is a part of the same as far, you know, when the Pilgrims came here, they definitely made work of the natives. So, and it was a lot of rape and pillaging going on. So that's American.
No, I didn't say that, but that's what I'm talking about. Right. Violence and puritanical beliefs. Like rape is very rarely about sex. Rape is about power.
Control. Yeah, it's about control. Yeah, power. Yeah. True. The next topic, segue from the game shit back to the entertainment. So I was gonna bring this. So P. Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie, you guys not familiar with her. She was an R&B singer back in like the mid 2000s. She was with Diddy for 11 years, 11 long years.
Oh yeah.
8 months after they break up, she's pregnant by her personal trainer.
Cause you know why?
He ain't want that. He ain't want her pregnant.
You know what? Diddy, and it was crazy. Some other chick came out of nowhere talking about him, but I ain't gonna get into that. I think it's kind of weird though. Like, why do women? And I'm not trying to, you know, disrespect.
Say it, brother.
Diddy ain't even claim her like that.
Keep it a buck right now. Why do women do this? Like they go from once they get out of a long-term relationship, they just go ham and right into some new shit that's even like more fucked up than their previous situation. Like no, she got knocked up by a personal trainer. Trust me, she wanted that Diddy. She wanted that Diddy, baby.
So was that personal trainer been there like when she was with them?
You know what? Yeah, but
see, that's what I'm telling you right now. Be careful, bro. People be out here thinking that their wife is faithful, loving, and all that shit. Be careful with the type of niggas hanging around you.
I think y'all looking at it the wrong way.
No.
What you mean,
Because
Drew?
I feel like Diddy ain't even claim her like that though.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did. He was with her for 11 years.
Get out of here. That don't mean shit because he was with her for that long.
He was claiming her, dog. He was with her in public and all that. That's claiming.
When Drake went and tweeted her, the nigga slapped the shit out of Drake.
Oh yeah, no, you know what? I forgot about that shit. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Remember that? This nigga Drake thought it was all cute.
Nah, but I feel like J-Lo, you remember J-Lo got with the backup dancer?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like everybody's fucking
why
around.
Why the fuck he ain't want to ever kill her then though? Like that's suspect.
Why Diddy ain't want to have a kid with her?
Maybe
he got enough.
He got like 10 kids.
What the fuck?
But I can see how that would happen after she dipped because she probably wanted that, like he said, that Diddy baby.
She's probably messing around with. Look. There's no way she could have jumped into another relationship and started messing around like that till she got pregnant. She was cheating on this nigga.
He was already doing it. Yeah,
no, that regular nigga was going balls deep and he impregnated her, man.
Yeah, okay, first of all, you can get pregnant on the first time. Second of all, she might have just wanted a baby. How do we know she didn't leave him?
Well, no. But first of all, you know what? That's a good question.
She did leave Diddy.
So,
then there you go. She probably left him because she wanted a baby.
She left him after 11 years. Now, maybe you're right. Her biological clock is ticking. Maybe she wanted the baby. She did it with the help, which kind of seems a little suspect. Like it's not. Look, I'll tell you a quick story. I knew a woman, real beautiful. We went to high school together. She was on Facebook. She was with a guy for maybe 8 years, almost a decade. And they were in the Bahamas. She was taking pictures halfway naked. And then she disappeared off of Facebook for like a month. I remember my friend was like, "Hey, what happened to that German and black joint that was talking to you?" Yada yada. I'm like, "No, man, she married. She almost married or whatever." She came back after a month. She had that dude broke up with her. He didn't want to marry her after 8 years, and then she got pregnant by some Bigfoot, ugly Yeti looking nigga. Like,
hold on, I have a problem with you guys saying she went and got knocked up by the help. Are you guys serious?
He's a personal trainer. He was a trainer.
Well, listen, he's probably making more money than you. He's a personal trainer to celebrities.
First of all, you don't know how much money I make, sweetie.
Okay.
It
wasn't a diss. I'm just saying he's taking it so serious.
He is her help. Listen, if you compare it in the context of who Diddy is, he was her motherfucking help, Candace. Whether you like it or not, it is what. And
does it really matter?
That's my point. It doesn't matter if she was working for her or not.
If he's
That's
working,
a weird distinction to make.
Let me finish. Yeah, he was working with her the last year that her and Diddy were together, so it does matter. Do you understand?
But you don't know if they were sleeping together before they separated.
You don't know if they weren't.
Exactly my point. I'm not saying that any. I'm not saying
you develop feelings before the breakup.
It's all speculation at this point because we don't actually know what happened. We can just be like, she could be a whore or she could not be. So
exactly.
I know what you're saying, though, Luca. But there's no way, women, like.
Wait, really? Are they trying to justify this shit?
No, we're not trying to justify it.
I'm just trying to wait. I'm just trying to understand. I mean, I can sense a lot of emotion in your voice, and I just trying to figure out why it matters. I don't really care if some random chick got knocked up by the help.
You're calling it exactly correctly, Luca. Yes.
Let me say this, Luca. I'm trying to understand thought thinking. So how do you leave a multi-millionaire for your trainer? Like,
she wanted that Diddy baby, and she ain't Diddy.
I'm just trying to figure that out.
Like I said, clearly there's other stuff going on with that, so
there was obviously relationship building.
Yeah,
right. I mean,
she's a whore.
So she might have cheated emotionally.
She's a whore. That's it.
Look, hold on. She might have cheated emotionally. She might have cheated physically. We don't know. Why do we care? Honestly,
It's also 8 months later, though.
Yeah, 8 months later. 8 months later.
Yeah, no, I'm personally speaking, I'm just trying to understand why this matters so much. Like, listen, I don't care what these fucking celebrities are doing and not doing. It doesn't matter to me. Like, unless I'm getting that kind of money, what they do in their personal lives is whatever.
Well, you know, I mean, it's just part of the segment.
No,
but,
I get
you
it,
know,
man. I get
things
it.
like TMZ are pretty big, and people talk about it. It's like, you know, part of entertainment, right?
Yeah,
so,
I got you.
But well, all I'm trying to understand is that, like what we said, 8 months, but she's pregnant 8 months after.
Well,
that's not when they started dating.
Categorize her as a whore and leave it at that.
Well, I didn't say she was a whore. No,
Let's move on, man.
She definitely downgraded.
Yeah,
and then
got a baby though. Hey,
I guess.
Hey, she might be happier than she ever been in her life, though.
You look, she's smiling and shit.
So it might not be a downgrade to her.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was really my only point. Like whether he's like Diddy or like Tiger Woods or whatever, like whether he's like the most rich person in the world or if he's the help. If he makes 20, no, can I finish? Whether he makes $20 an hour, if she has feelings for him, it does not matter. It's not our place to say, oh, she had a downgrade, because in her eyes, that could be an upgrade. We don't know how Diddy is as a person.
I mean, emotionally.
But there's two parts to that though. Like, first of all, if she was developing feelings for somebody else, she should have went to Diddy and tell him.
Okay, but who knows
if she didn't? We don't know that.
We're not there.
Move on, man. Was you a fly on the wall?
Wait, everybody's picking on Dark Cloud, but I'm gonna break her history.
No, Dark Cloud, was you there? Like, hold up. Why did you know this?
She did.
I'm just saying, niggas just gotta be careful, and there's two parts to every story.
And I feel like Diddy's gonna be perfectly okay.
Yeah,
exactly.
She's right. Diddy's gonna be perfectly fine. And then also, but with Cassie, her history, she did leave a producer by the name of Ryan Leslie for Diddy. So you usually get them and you lose them. How you get them? She's old.
Finances go, she downgraded, but maybe that's not what's important to her. So it's an upgrade.
It is what it is. So
hey, shout out to Jamal Lee, man. He said Albert Wilson, 12 years kissing a colonizer. Albert Wilson. Who the hell is that? I don't know.
12 years a slave.
I ain't even watched it. I never seen that movie.
The movie was great. Yeah, go ahead. Go, Drew. Go ahead.
He said Diddy likes an extra Diddy likes an extra thick straw in his large Coke.
He is from New York.
Here we go.
I'm playing. No, but go ahead.
Do people really think Diddy is gay? I'm seeing a lot of gay jokes.
When he did that interview with Fabulous and
listen, look, Candace, it's been long rumored that he lives an alternative lifestyle. Let's just say that.
This nigga told Fabulous and I think it was Jada, because he said, "You ain't never party like me. You ain't never party like me."
And he wasn't playing when he said it.
He wasn't playing when he said
wasn't playing.
Hold on, when he said you ain't never party like me, what is that?
Yo, I'm telling you, when he was saying the way he was, you got to see the video. The way he was saying it, it was some sexual shit.
The way that Diddy looked at Fab was like,
yes,
give me a piece of that ass. Like
exactly.
the way he looked at a female.
That's how he was looking at him.
Party with me though.
Yeah,
that's how he was saying it.
You ain't take that. You ain't take that. Like you ain't. You know the way his whole swag was like.
I don't know. I never really paid enough attention to Diddy to care. I thought it was weird he kept changing his name, but like I didn't care.
Nah, that shit was.
Hold on, you ain't fucking with Bad Boy when they was fire.
No, yeah, but I mean, like over an extended period of time, like since then, I haven't been following him.
I don't know if he's gay or not, but
no, it's been Exhibit wrote in his memoir in his book that there was men on man stuff going on, and then Jamie Foxx made a reference to it as well in his Foxhole podcast back in the day.
Somebody said Jamie Foxx was gay.
Well, yeah, that's been rumored too. But Jamie Foxx said that, like Diddy is alternative.
Well, I mean, not gay, but they did some they be indulging.
Hey man, it's Hollywood, man. You never know what's going on in that joint.
Yeah,
man, it's a lot of funny shit. But hey,
so let's talk about this gaming disorder, man. Y'all know now that it's a mental disorder. If you are like a hardcore gamer, I'm guessing.
If you're addicted.
Video game.
I feel like there's a point in my life they would have said I was addicted, because I would wake up, play all day, 90% of the night, sleep for a few hours, start playing. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying.
I didn't have no mental disability.
I don't have no mental disability. I used to do that a lot younger. But there were times I'm like, look, I need to go outside and skate. Like, I can't just sit here and play a game all day. So I don't, and I consider myself addicted to gaming. I don't think I have a disorder.
If you go ahead.
Now, my brother is a perfect example. This dude dropped out of high school, no GED, still lives with mom, plays video games, smoke.
Damn, you put your brother out there like
damn,
that.
bro.
But he's a perfect example. He's addicted to video games, and he now sees it.
That's Sony.
I tried to, but he about to fuck my name up. So nah.
Oh man.
Wait, how old is he though?
20. He's 26. But he still lives at home, plays games all day.
Okay.
And he makes up any excuse to not work.
Wow. But like addiction as defined by the.
You sure he's not just lazy?
No, he used to play football.
Hey,
he's not lazy, and he goes to the gym.
Hey, DC, same mom, same dad.
No, different dad.
Okay.
So addiction has really defined characteristics. What they're talking about isn't just playing games. It's like you have to be playing games to the exclusion of all else, playing games and not going to work because of it, playing games and spending all your money on it when you have bills you need to pay, things like that. So if you're having like real life effects, then it's addiction. Other than that, it's probably just someone being lazy.
So Candace, would you call this an addiction? So I was like, yo, I almost said his name, but yo, you need to get a job.
Paid. Fuck you.
Yo, he's like, I said, no. Listen, let me say it.
You was robbing people over games.
No. No, but so listen to this. So I said, yo, you live with mom. I never got a chance to just sit there and just stack up while you living with mom, paying no bills. You know, this nigga told me, he's like, I don't really need no money, man. I mean, I just need soap to brush my teeth.
Jack move.
but he literally makes any excuse to not work.
Oh, nigga's crazy, man.
Yo, man, that's a crazy story, man. No, but I get what
I thought you was cool with Jack Move. Now you're saying he meant to?
No, that's my guy. Jack Move is my guy.
It's the chat that's going in on him.
No, because they said it in the chat. That's why.
Oh, I thought
did I tell you about this story?
Go ahead, go for it. Oh wait, he's talking to his wife. Okay. Yeah, addiction is like real. So if you prioritize gaming over like paying your bills and having a job, like that's a problem. Definitely a problem.
Yeah, of course. I mean that's normal shit.
Yeah, I mean
that goes with anything.
But that's how you know it's an addiction versus just an over consumption of a hobby.
Yeah, I don't.
Yo, Jack is not my brother. Y'all niggas are fun.
Oh man, that's stupid. Y'all wrong.
My brother's in shape.
Hey, come on, don't be taking jabs and come on, man. No, you're not crazy.
You guys.
That nigga said he's in shape. That's a bum.
My brother's in shape. At least he got that going for him.
That nigga said shit. That's a healthy bum, bro. Nigga. That's a healthy and shape motherfucking bum. All right. No,
I said they're saying that Jack moves my brother. I said my brother's in shape.
Shots.
Yo,
come on, man. Y'all wrong.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh man. Yeah. Game addiction, definitely a problem.
This chat funny as hell.
Yeah, the chat be going in, man.
Somebody said DC said my brother's sexy.
Whoa, never.
Yo. Man.
Y'all niggas.
This actually claimed Jack as a child for taxes. Nah, I'm good.
Oh, it's crazy.
Man, gaming addiction.
Yo, Jack's
is the real thing.
Jack's my nigga, man. I almost said bro for a minute.
You basically called him a fat slob, but okay.
No, I did not. I said my brother's in shape, bro. My brother goes to the gym at least, bro.
Drew definitely called him out.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Drew,
you did. We all saw it in the chat.
I saw it in the chat.
Drew was the one.
Drew, you definitely did, Drew.
Drew. That was all Drew.
You said that man was suffering from gaming.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
I saw it in the chat. And I just brought it up.
Exactly.
Drew been smoking.
Oh
my god, bro.
Drew high.
I didn't even say nothing. This nigga said I can't stop from the blow now, Dark Light. I didn't say nothing.
Hey, man, I haven't smoked in like 4 or 5 months, man.
It ain't no bad thing, man. You want for your brother what you want for yourself, man. So shout out to Jack, man. He know what's up, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
He know he got to do what he got to do one of these days.
God damn.
Hey man, Jiggy, get on it. Jiggy
Yo,
time.
real talk. Has Jack ever had a job though? Like not?
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he has before.
Not in his adult life, I don't think.
No, I think he did because he did a live stream about it before.
He ain't had no job since I known him, and it's been down there 10 years.
Damn.
God damn.
Man,
It's been a long time.
Okay.
All right, I don't want him to get mad.
In other news, but
y'all niggas stupid, man. But nah, Drew, you did that, Drew.
No, I did not. No, Jack. Jack, you are my guy. I did not. No, I didn't. No,
you did, Drew.
No, I didn't. I brought it up because somebody in the chat. Somebody in the chat. No,
definitely played.
Man, Jack Boo about to roast me. I already see it coming.
He about to take the road trip on your ass.
Jack, I ain't say nothing.
No, Jack, you are my guy. I do not want no smoke.
I wanted to ask y'all this. It just okay. It's not talking about Jack, but I mean it does apply to him. But I'm not really talking about him. I wanted to ask y'all this like last week, but we had the E3 thing. Right. So when it comes to that type of shit, like being grown and living with your mom, like is that some society shit? Is it okay to do that, or is that just some society shit?
If you're
let me because listen, I remember I seen somewhere a long time ago where it was like, imagine if you got a big family or whatever, immediate family. Imagine if y'all all came together, combined y'all money, what type of residence y'all can have, rather than living apart.
Right. Let me. I want to answer that. Yeah. I actually knew an Arab family. I was tight with him. God rest his soul, Fadi Hamzi. His family, they're from Lebanon, but they were Arab. You don't leave the house until you either get married or buy a house. Yep. And they were balling. Like there was like 2 families in this home, in the regular track home, but they ended up, his brother owns 2 properties now. Like they really went hard. And now it's becoming more common with the price of inflation and the cost of living in California. There's a lot of people in their 30s and 40s taking care of their like grandparents and living with their moms and shit. So now it's becoming more like I left my mom's crib when I was 17. Couldn't stand her, couldn't stand a new husband, and I was homeless. I was struggling. But the thing is that like nowadays it's not the same. Like once you're 18, you go off to college, you find your own way, you do whatever you got to do. That's no longer. It's no longer becoming like the common thing to do now. More people are staying at home.
Join the army.
Do y'all frown upon that, or like how do y'all look at that? How do y'all look at somebody that's?
No, I don't frown. I don't frown upon it.
I think it depends on their situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like not everybody's situation is the same. Some people are working full time, paying their bills and all of that. But just like in California, the minimum you can make to have like a 1-bedroom or a studio apartment is like $30 an hour. Damn. Most people don't make like $30 an hour.
So you still at your mom's house, Candace?
No, I'm not. My mom is dead. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Well, a parent's house.
Candace ain't had to drop it like that though.
No, my dad is in Florida. I stay with my grandmother.
Oh,
see, and that's okay. It's like what she just said. It depends on your situation. If you're in transition, or you got to, because Black folks and Latinos, we don't send our grandparents to the fucking home. White folks, they get them in there, but we take care. Like real shit. Like real.
Real talk. Like I don't have an issue with that because my whole goal is to get a much bigger house than I have now, and I want my kids to stay with me until they're done with college. I want to get them on the road to basically get a credit card, get a good credit score, then go off. I don't want them to go out there.
Is it considered a bad thing?
If you're just staying at home and you're not doing nothing, you're not applying yourself, you're not trying to go to college, you're just playing games or something, that's when it's a problem.
No, if you 40 you stay at home, no.
But look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I also think it's like a culture thing because like I work with a few Hispanics, right? Like two different types of Hispanics, which is why I said Hispanic and not a specific race. Both of those people, one of them is my supervisor, the other one is like a lesser coworker. They both live with their family. Like my supervisor is basically putting in most of the money now, but it's pretty much her and her extended family that they're all putting towards this house. My other coworker, he's living in this house and that house will be his when his parents die. And they're basically going to pass that house down. So
yeah, you're definitely right on that because my friend, she's Assyrian and now I don't know like the specifics or anything, but all I know is that she's not allowed, like, technically speaking, she's not allowed to date or to go anywhere for boyfriend or
how old is she?
Right?
27, 28, but it's their culture. No, it's their culture though.
The grown ass.
It's their culture. It's their culture. You know.
Was she born in Syria and raised there?
Yes.
Now bring those to my house.
Right.
I know already be done with college before you bring some.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I mean, she's done with school, and she was living with her sister before her sister got married and moved out. But it's like there's all these rules associated with it depending on the culture. And I know Latino families where it's like they want you to stay at home with them until like it's time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I get what she's saying, but at the same time, you can't be a 28-year-old woman letting your family dictate what you do. Yeah. You got to live your life for you.
Okay, but like I said before, I'm not going to get into it because cultures and stuff. Yeah, that's like I don't want to touch that.
No, I'm totally familiar with the culture. I used to date I've dated many of Arab women, so trust me, I know. And then also and a Persian young lady. But I was going to say with like I kind of think sometimes I used to be a little judgmental. Because like I remember recently a woman asked me if I had a roommate because you took her to my house, we was dating. I'm like, I got a roommate. What the fuck?
That shit, yeah.
Hell no, I ain't got no roommate. I'm a grown ass man. She was like, you live in a house. Where your roommate? I'm like, no, this is my house. Like, but I kind of get it though. Like I dated a woman too who had just got out of a divorce and she had to move back with her mom because like they were married for like. So if you're in transition,
that depends on how the wife is. Like if she's a stay-at-home wife and she never got a chance to make something of herself, that's probably gonna happen.
No, and also you have kind of like wait, real quick, Candace. I'm just saying, like she told me straight up, if she didn't do what her parents wanted her to do, they would fucking disown her, dude. Facts. And it's like some people are like, yeah, I don't care about that, but she has a good relationship with her parents.
We'll keep that umbilical cord.
Yeah. It also, but like, I mean, it also. I was just gonna say that. Just because some people, like for me, for instance, I moved back in. For a while, I had roommates, but it wasn't
You always fail at first.
Yeah, like this isn't me like having been here my entire life. This is me after moving to Sacramento and living on my own and having my own place. So it's like life happens, this is just transition. So that's why I say you can't really judge everyone based on where they're at right now unless you know their whole situation and they're not trying.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like for all the people in the comments saying that like I was talking like I want to clear this up. Like one thing that most people don't know is that the money that Jack makes on YouTube, he actually puts it back into his family.
Yeah,
he's always. If you're 30-something, you still at home.
Don't try to clean that shit up.
Try to patch it up.
Try to patch it. You said what you said, nigga.
Yo, chill. I didn't say nothing.
Nah, it ain't enough money on here anyway to really take care of it.
My brother is in shape.
Yo, look, I know a guy who is 38 and is still with his mama.
Damn.
Like, but his mama is like that though. Like. her, like their whole family, like him, his two sisters, they all at fucking home.
Oh my god!
And their mama is like,
psycho. Time this nigga out.
And you know what? Hey, psycho! I know that friend is from South Central.
No. It's funny because a lot of people from work know about him. It's okay. We talking like it's crazy. It's not just my like I know him from work, but shit is crazy, man.
And because that sounds like a story I know, man. A lot of homies got out of the joint, couldn't get no gigs, man. They had to go live with they moms or their grandparents. Shout out to Key.
I mean, that's what you got when you get out anyway.
Yeah.
When you get out, well, go ahead, read this super.
Oh no, he said late, but F it. Nigga got a life. BG voice. Shout out everybody. What up, Luca?
When you first get out of prison or whatever, you gotta have support. If you ain't got no support, you're gonna be fucked up.
Yeah,
that's also another thing. Like if you don't have family support, that you're kind of screwed.
Right back to the streets.
Yeah, or in general, like family support before you actually go to college and stuff. You don't have someone that supports you. Like I didn't have nobody to support me. Like when I went to college, I literally had to be on my own. So I had to go to the struggles, and I don't want that for my kids. I want them to basically. I'm not saying I'm gonna pamper them because I'm pretty hard on them now, but.
Right.
You got to let them know the real, but you got to like set them up for the right path. Or my son is with the way money is today. There's no way he's going to be able to get a job and be able to take care of himself without him getting his life together.
Facts. I think it's a great thing when parents or grandparents or family in general can support someone as they're helping themselves. You know, like.
Well, I think it goes both ways, though. Like, I'm sure, like, there's stuff that you could do for your grandparents, and then they could do for you as well. You guys, you know, as they
for sure.
You know what I mean? So it's a give and take thing now. It's not just someone's staying with their grandparents and leeching. Like back in the day, if you lived with your grandparents and you was an adult, that shit was definitely looked down on. Nowadays, who can afford to have a helper or like, you know what I mean? Like. Your grandmother or grandfather got to pay bills or go to the grocery store. Like they need help too. So
to answer the dude, he said, let's keep it real. Dudes only get jobs to get chicks for their desires. Like, nah, that's not all dudes. Definitely not me. I could give two shits about a chick trying to get my
you get a job because you got to take care of shit.
That's someone who doesn't understand real life. No one is getting a job just to pull anybody. People get jobs to live.
Oh, no. I think some dudes definitely do that.
No, there's a lot of dudes that floss to try to get girls. I know a bunch of dudes.
But you still got to live at the same time.
Yeah.
And
you could use that in the process. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, one last topic before we go. I wanted to put this one out there. Everett Palmer Jr. He came down to York County, Pennsylvania from Delaware. He's a 41-year-old Army vet. Mysteriously died while in police custody, and when his body was returned to his family, he was missing his heart, his throat, and his brain. The family hired a pathologist who said that he died from foul play. Once he examined the body, because the toxicologist.
Wait, so he was missing his throat? His throat?
Yes.
His throat. Yeah. So
I read
the court. Now I'll just finish this story real quick.
Yeah.
The York County coroner, her name is Pam Gay, said that he died from a methamphetamine, and so the family hired their pathologist, and they said that he was it was foul. The cause of death is foul play. So there we go.
So I read an article up on this, right? And I went to the Root because I didn't want to go to CNN or anything.
Right.
And basically the original report that they gave on how he died was they said he was in an excited state and banged his own head against the bars of his jail cell until he died due to being high on methamphetamine. But here's the thing. His family said he had used drugs in the past, but never methamphetamine. And I think it's really interesting that conveniently his head was bashed in and they took the brain. And they're saying that he did it to himself. I honestly, from what I read, it sounds like
bullshit.
Somehow because he was on his way to visit his mom who was sick. He had called his brother to say, I'm just going to clear up I want to make sure this DUI is cleared up so my license is valid. They didn't hear from him for 2 days. And then all of a sudden, the police department called him and said he died in police custody. It doesn't sound like he should have been arrested at all. So to me, I'm pretty sure they murdered him and are now trying to cover it up.
Yeah, how many black guys you know that have done meth? Like, it's extremely rare. It's not that
Very
often.
Rare.
So
it's rare, but it ain't impossible.
But it's extremely rare, though, and I think he was murdered. I think once you read the facts and what's going on with this case, he was clearly murdered. I would say for black men,
that all depends on who his friends were too, though.
He went there by himself, though. DC.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean for his drug? You mean his drug use?
His drug use.
Yeah, for black men, don't put on your driver's license application that you're an organ donor. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I was told not to do that a long time.
Yeah, I've never done
it. Really? My mom
yeah.
was a nurse and she told me to do it.
Nah, fuck that. I want my organs.
I was told that they don't try hard enough when you're an organ donor.
Yeah, they definitely. Yeah, they let you bleed out. Especially if you got the wrong complexion. If you're black, you colored folk, Latino, whatever, them parts is good. So and the people on the waiting list, they don't look like us. yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, yo, did y'all see the story where the cops pulled out the gun on the lady with a kid?
That shit pissed me
off. The dollar store doll baby.
That had me so mad.
Jay-Z now hired a lawyer for that family to fight these police over that.
That made me so mad. I said some reckless stuff on Twitter.
Yeah, especially when the white dude was screaming and shit. That shit definitely made me mad. I don't really like
what happened
when they died.
All right. So this woman who's pregnant and already has one child with her. She's 4 years old. She walked out of a dollar store with a fucking Barbie doll, and I guess some quote unquote good Samaritan decided to call the cops, and the cops show up and they're like, "Put your hands up! I'll put a fucking bullet in your head."
Oh, nah, he can't be talking to her like
baby
that. And she's holding a fucking baby.
They had the guns on the kids and all
that shit. Pissed me off, dog. God damn.
And the cop was extra extra. When I tell you to do something, you do it and shit.
And they had the dad too. I'm assuming that was the dad against the cop car. It was extra. Like,
so
if
hold
you
on.
watch
So did
that,
she
your blood
steal
will
something?
boil.
What was the cause?
The 4-year-old walked out of the fucking dollar store with a fucking Barbie doll.
That
was
happens
it. Kids
so
do that type
often.
of shit.
That was it.
Kids do that shit, man. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that was nothing.
The video's all up, man. The video will definitely
investigation, of course.
Fucking animals need to be fucking choked out, yo.
Yeah, shout out to Mook Gaming. He said suggestion for the movie heads on the panel at the end of each month. Could y'all recommend 2 movies to see? 1 in theaters, 1 on the streaming service. That's dope.
I could do the streaming service. I don't really go to the movies.
I live at the movie.
We know that, Candace. You don't like to go out.
Nah, I just don't like going to the movies.
Mm-hmm. The right guy come along.
Hey, go ahead, we gotta end this. I gotta go.
You mean the right woman?
Right chick.
Hey, go ahead, Rob.
Hey man, shout out to everybody in the chat.
No, I mean, go ahead and take over and like end it.
Outros. Okay, all right, my bad. Well, yeah, all right, let's go ahead and hit them out. I'll do mine first. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to Ash and Luca. Thank you for not cursing me out. And yeah, we'll get into it next week. Go ahead, DC.
Yo, good ass topics today. It was pretty good. We talked about gaming, talked about some real shit. I like that. I still stand strong about laws that protect the men for getting their shit destroyed by women that be lying. I'm gonna stand by that till the dad die. But let's keep it going.
That's what's up. And Luca, I should have hit you first.
No, that's fine. Thank you so much for having me.
You trying to hit her?
No, I said no. I should have had her. I should have had her do her outro for she's a guest. My bad.
You was a woman abuser.
Thank you so much for having me. Much appreciated. Always a good time with you guys. And you guys can see me on Twitter at the Ash and Luca. And I have my own podcast called Scumcast. It's on Saturdays at random times. It really depends on when my panel's free. So.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. And Candace.
So shout out to the guest, Luca. It was good having you on. I'm gonna check out your podcast.
Oh,
and
of course you're gonna check out her podcast.
Oh man.
You know what? I'm so tired of you,
Candace. I love you, Candace. Keep going.
So much. Anyway, and shout out to the chat. Shout out to Softy Waffle. We were having some good discussions in the chat at the same time. So and we'll be back next week.
Just letting you know, she kind of thick.
Oh,
what's going on over here?
I'll send you one of our funnier shows, Candace.
Okay, crazy,
cool.
Man.
Everybody, y'all done or what's up?
No. We still at my man Cycle Gamer.
All right, well, I gotta ride out, man.
Go ahead.
I'll be back in about 10 minutes. So y'all,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we don't need you. Yeah. I'm the polygraph of these YouTube streets.
Well, don't leave it because I can't stop the broadcast.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll keep it going and we'll freestyle it. But we'll get all right. Yeah, 10 minutes. Oh shit. Okay, well we got.
They're already calling you the power couple. That's what's up.
Wait, what?
Come on.
Hey, it's time for somebody else to get it. I got it. It's your turn.
Talk to nobody. And
wait a minute, I've never seen a picture of Luca. That's crazy. Yeah.
I heard she thick.
Y'all crazy, man. It don't matter. It don't matter. I guess one of my bad cycle. I was going to say, but one of the last topics that we actually missed, and I didn't put in the revised version, was Robert De Niro is about to get a divorce. Right now, his estranged wife wants half of his $500 million. Now she's been with him for like the
entirety of his career, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. And she's a sister. Should she get 250 large? Because I know Michael Jordan's Juanita Jordan, she definitely got like 1/3 of his fortune, right?
I think she deserves it. I mean, well, okay, hold on. Let me take that back. She probably doesn't deserve it, right?
There you go.
She didn't earn the money or anything.
Right.
But according to law, if the situations were reversed, if she was Robert De Niro, but not like a man, but if she was
breadwinner.
if she was the one who was taking in all this money and he had stayed with her from the beginning of her career to this point where she's like a dominant actress, he would be entitled to half her check. So there it is. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of shady, but at the same time, does she need 250 mil? That's crazy. That's a quarter of a bill. Like,
she doesn't need it, but she is entitled to it.
Her lifestyle, because he maintained a certain lifestyle that she should be able to.
That's exactly the law reasoning. That's the reasoning of the law.
My thing is, well, can he hit that? Because can he just like divorce her and still get some sort of pussy payments? Like,
no, especially if they were living in California. Because in California, whether they were married or not, they're entitled.
Like, she used to his money, he was used to hitting it with, right? Barter. I don't know, man. I don't like that.
I would be surprised if they didn't continue to hook up after being together for so long.
And
Robert De Niro seemed to be really in love with her, so I'm actually sad they're separating.
Well, Robert De Niro has a black woman.
Wait, so she's this? Why is she divorcing him?
Well, no, he's divorcing her. I guess it's like an amicable thing. But she's gonna get. Apparently, she's gonna be entitled to $250 million.
Must be nice.
Money.
Robert De Niro, he's one of the baddest men to ever walk this planet. He ran through Janet Jackson back in her prime and all that. Like, man. Okay, and then also the topics that we didn't really cover. Of course, this is kind of like a dude bro thing with this one. Sports, man. AD. We got the Lakers. I mean, you could just mail. You could just plus the rings now, though.
LeBron.
Wait, what?
Out there happy.
The Lakers. The Lakers have Anthony Davis. They gave up Lonzo Ball.
Oh my God, y'all talking about basketball?
Brandon Ingram.
Stop hating, Candace.
And 3 first-round draft picks and Josh Hart. It just mail us the goddamn rings. The Warriors are done. Now the KD.
Yeah, they done.
Are you guys happy for the Raptors?
Y'all really think?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy they beat the Warriors. That's the only reason.
Hey, I'm happy for Drake.
Shout out to V keeps it. Yeah, the Drake curse is broke.
Drake swear he a player, man.
Shout out to V keeps it low key. He said, "Go have kids as late and early as possible." All right.
Y'all really think LA about to win the title now?
You already know.
They're gonna get another free agent. They're gonna get another one.
They're gonna get Jay Butler.
Y'all do have to remember that AD has never finished a full season.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That don't matter.
When he's healthy, he's healthy.
They said the same shit about Boogie.
Wait. When AD was healthy, did they or did they not sweep Portland, a veteran playoff team? Did they?
My God,
Portland. Hello? Yeah, Portland's been in the postseason the last 5 years. Hello? Yeah, man, you hating on LA. Who's your favorite NBA team?
Spurs.
What are you talking about?
The fuck?
The fucking boring ass Spurs.
Can I go? I'm not really into sports. Can I go?
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Peace, guys.
Hey, I knew you was a hater. I knew you was a Laker hater.
I ain't hating. I'm just saying, like,
no, you a LeBron hater.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of LeBron. Like I rock with AD and all them other niggas, but I'm sorry.
If they might get Kimba, Kawhi, or
Right, we'll have to see what happens.
All right, man.
And y'all think Golden State gonna try to pull something crazy?
Then they can't. They don't have any.
They don't even have the cap room.
They got to re-sign all the niggas that are hurt. They're done. Hey, anyway, I was gonna say Big Papi got shot in Dominican Republic.
I seen that shit. I saw
Hit,
that.
wasn't it a hit or something like that?
Yeah.
Apparently he was fucking with the drug lord's old lady or some shit.
Is that what? Is that why?
That's what that. So that's why I see.
Man.
God damn.
Who got shot in the back?
Yeah, he got shot like pretty much.
Then all the other niggas they start beating that motherfucker up.
Wait, are y'all talking about what's his face?
Yeah, Big Papi. Yeah, Big Papi. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he got shot in the back.
I didn't know he got beat after they shot him.
No, not Big Papi. Dude, the trigger.
Oh.
Got beat.
Yeah.
They beat him the fuck up. They put that shit on Twitter. I said, oh no.
Yeah, a lot of people are dying in the Dominican Republic lately.
I seen that, dog. What was it? Last report was like what, 11 people or some shit.
Really? Right. I didn't hear anything about that.
Like, it's not a time to go visit the fucking Dominican.
Yo, shout out to my man Dutch BLD. He said, "Damn, I know Luke is bad in relationships with that exit."
Oh,
damn. Yeah, she sounded like she was in her feelings. God,
no, she good people though, man. She definitely. Y'all check out her podcast, man.
Hey, let me ask y'all something. What percentage of gamers y'all think like don't give a fuck about sports?
I don't know. I think it's a lot of gamers do.
I say about 75%.
Nah, you tripping.
Maybe 70, 65-ish.
Yeah, I would say half to 2/3.
No, I can't say that because a lot of gamers are 2K and Madden players. So what are you talking about?
Do we really consider only 2K Madden players?
Yes, they are. Niggas be going to 2K tournaments making 6 figures. They are gamers.
That's not a majority, my guy. That's a minority. That's a small.
Man.
A lot of people do play those annual sports games, but
that's a small amount though. Like
it depends on. Like me, I used to play sports in high school, so I don't know.
Right. If you grew up with sports, you're probably going to play sports games like that. But I'm saying, like, for people that never grew up watching or like shit like that, like, what percentage of gamers do you think?
Oh well, yeah.
Hey, speaking of percentages, I just wanted to bring this up with the Laker thing. Hey, Lonzo Ball. Somebody said they lost the trade because Lonzo Ball shoots 46% from the free throw line. That's worse than Shaquille O'Neal.
He's a great defender, though. He's a great defender.
That's worse than Shaquille O'Neal's free throw percentage his rookie year. And I'll put this in perspective. When I played my freshman year at high school, Redlands High, I shot 76% from the free throw line, and I'm no shooter. Like, that's bad. How the fuck you make the NBA and you shoot 46%? The Lakers won that trade.
His dad is a master marketer.
Shit, yeah, that's how he got that job. Yeah, well, he could be a master marketer in New Orleans next year.
You heard what his father said?
He's annoying as fuck. I wish niggas would stop giving this motherfucker attention, dog.
Honestly,
this nigga said,
just let him say some dumb shit. Don't fucking bring attention to it.
That shit was crazy, man.
What did you say, Drew? Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
He said that they're gonna regret it. They're pretty much gonna regret it for the rest of the day.
They're not gonna get another ring.
Yeah, he said they're never gonna win another championship.
Well,
I'm like,
listen,
what?
When they win it again, he'll say they won't be able to do it again. But here's my thing with LeVar.
Yeah.
My thing about LeVar, like, don't get me wrong, what he did with his kids is awesome. But
yo, I gotta head out, man.
All right, man.
All right.
Shout out to Snake Ma. He said Lonzo on his way out the league. Hey, dude.
I don't know about that.
Nah. I think he's a decent player. But I think to the dude to run his mouth the way he did. And his son, like, hey, man, he signed with the Lakers, man. The Lakers made that family millionaires. Like, he just didn't have no respect, man. I get what he's doing. It's all, so he's just trolling. Marketing and stuff. But, yeah, man, some of that shit he should have held back a little bit, especially that shit he said about Magic.
So, what did he say about Magic? I didn't hear that.
No, he said Magic was just a figurehead, like his face. He said Magic has.
I think he kind of was.
No, it's true. What he said was true, but he didn't have to bash him in the public like that. He said that like 6 months ago. Yeah. So he was right. You know what I mean? But yeah, he just basically said Magic don't have no real power. Like his position.
Well, the Pelicans, I'll give it to this. The Pelicans got a nice young core now with Zion. They got a nice young core. I feel like they more planning for the future.
Hey, did y'all see the article that said Zion was about to be LeVar Ball 2.0 or not LeVar, Lonzo 2.0, like overrated and shit?
Who is?
No Zion. I don't think so.
Some article came out and they're like, He's Alonzo 2.0. He's gonna be overrated.
Zion is a
I have
feel
a
like
question.
like
I
yo,
have you guys been following? Have you guys been following the NFL draft?
Nah.
Draft shit's over.
Oh, the Cardinals got Kyler, right?
Yeah, the draft is over, but we never talked about it, and I'd rather talk about that than this. So, did your team get any good players? Because mine did.
Who y'all got?
No, wait,
We got N'Keal Harry.
Y'all got Damian Harris. He's a good open field runner.
N'Keal Harry is gonna be a beast. We got this other dude who looks like Thor. I forgot his name.
Wow.
Wow.
No, man, Candace is funny, man. Yeah, I can't. No, so wait, Candace, do you have like a favorite other, like a hockey, soccer, NBA, other?
I really like watching tennis. I like watching soccer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. Just tennis and soccer. Honestly,
How come you don't like basketball?
I used to. Honestly, I was in it during the Lakers were three-peating. Like that was a really exciting time. Yeah, but then after that, I didn't care anymore. I think I graduated high school because at the time, like my school's colors were also the Lakers colors. So I was like really invested, and then I graduated and I just stopped caring.
Yo, my dad, he's in his 70s. He grew up a fucking hardcore Lakers fan, right?
Yeah.
Grew up a hardcore Lakers fan. Then like,
hey, but where's your pops from though? He's from like another place, though, right?
No, he's from Texas. Like my whole family's from Texas. But yeah, he grew up a hardcore Lakers fan and shit, right? Especially, during the 80s, them versus Boston and all that shit. Mm-hmm. But lately, over the past like 5 years, like he just doesn't care about basketball no more. Like it just fell off for him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got a question for you, Melon.
Cool.
You live in Texas, right?
Well, that's where I'm from. I live in Alabama because I'm in school right now.
Oh, okay. Because I'm going to Dallas in like 2 weeks or whatever. I was supposed to go to LA, but shit got changed. So I ended up going to Dallas.
Hey, when you go to Dallas, have Whataburger.
Well, no, downtown Dallas.
So good.
But I heard
is it better than In-N-Out?
I think so. I'm not gonna lie. I think it is.
No, I'm talking about living in Dallas, like permanently.
Living in there?
Because I heard that you could get a house for the same price as the apartments up here.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that same transition for that same reason. Because what I could pay here, I can have like a whole house.
Mom seems like they moving to the Dallas Fort Worth area. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm going.
My siblings are already in Fort Worth, so
yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people.
What you trying to do?
What you mean?
What you trying to do? Link up?
Link up?
No, you're not there though. You're not there.
I can fly for free, dog. Like it's no big deal.
Oh, so he'll meet you in Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit you up.
All right. Yeah, you could definitely live better in Dallas and places like Austin than out here in Cali, man.
Cali's a little expensive.
Yeah, and Cali's too. If you're young,
I told you not to do it, Jim.
Yeah, if you young,
the lifestyle though,
you want to own something like within 4 or 5 years, don't move to Cali.
But the thing is, more people start getting there. Shit, the more expensive this shit gonna be, dog. That shit.
Yeah, but it still ain't gonna be.
Oh yeah, ain't nothing gonna be like living in fucking Cali.
Yeah.
That shit is that damn expensive, dog.
Yeah, living in California, man, it's like you got to be really balling, doing something. You got to have a couple side hustles to do it, man.
Drew, you said downtown Dallas?
Yeah, downtown.
Oh, okay, I feel you.
Because I showed my girl Austin and she said it looks terrible. So
Austin's cool. It's full of like weirdos. That's why they have their slogan is "Keep Austin Weird."
Honestly, coming from California, Texas is just weird. It's so flat and
no, not everywhere. You're thinking West Texas.
Oh, maybe.
West Texas is flat. You go over east, Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, Houston, Austin, it ain't flat.
Hey, real quick, Candace, Ashton Lucas said she wanted to know what your Twitter was. Everybody, 8 will be right back. Right now, Miss Hard8 decided to put the smack down. So he gotta go, sweep, mop, and do it. He'll be right back though.
Yo, this nigga Hard8 got me in trouble, man. He got me in trouble. Yo, my chick hit me up, cursing me the fuck out. getting tight at me, and I'm like, I had to tell her like,
But what he said on the podcast?
yeah.
Okay.
This nigga thought I was joking. I'm like, yo, she watched the podcast. Like, yo, chill out.
I mean, have you told us that before?
Yeah.
So we just constantly forget that and be.
Yes, I told y'all that.
I'm sorry.
It's just that heartache. I don't know. That nigga be joking too much.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, that's why whatever you put in the group chat, you got to make sure.
Yeah, man, it's supposed to be private.
Yeah.
Just,
too. I mean, but
say,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, be super clear. Don't mention this on the podcast.
Yeah. You gotta specify that. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll be more specific.
Yeah. So yeah, that's crazy, man. My man DC really played my man Jack Move Johnny like that. Damn.
No, but
no, you're not understanding. No, somebody in the chat brought it up, and I started talking about it. And I started laughing.
Yeah,
I brought it up because somebody in the chat brought it up.
I mean, people bring up a lot of stuff in the chat all the time. You don't see me exposing all of y'all.
Nah, that shit was too funny. I just had to bring it up. Like,
yo, I'm about to end this.
All right.
All right, later, y'all.
All right, y'all. Shout out to the chat. AGS, baby.
Y'all ain't talking about nothing, man.
What? Man, I was about to get to these questions, man. I was going to have them do $1 question. They donate $1 and ask me any question. I was about to get it popping.
All right,
y'all.
I got to go.
all right, man.
All right, man. All right, y'all.
Shout out to the chat, man. Appreciate everybody for coming. Shout out to
Check out my channel, man.
Hit that like. Hit that like.
Yeah, hit the like button. Shout out to
Hey, yo, Hard8, you got to mod me, man.
Shut up, man.
This nigga, man.
Man, I'm about to kick your ass out the joint, and you done.
all right, man. Chill.
I'm trying to talk to the supporters here, man. Relax. Shout out to all the Patreon supporters, the Super Chat supporters, and everybody that hit the like button, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. And we definitely gonna see y'all next week. You dig? But we out, man. See y'all next week. You know what I'm saying? Deuces.